Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge.
Hello.
All right, I think we're actually live.
How about that?
Oh my gosh, we did it. Okay.
Hello.
Woo! All right, hello. Let me go find
kinda
this.
quickly,
Hold on. Let me
A
just
little shaky camera, I adjusted camera.
find our broadcast. But hello.
It's always a little bit of fine tuning. Hey, I didn't get a chance to. There we go.
It's because we don't have an intern.
Oh, you know. That's the
We
thing.
had an intern, it wouldn't be.
Go find
There
us.
we go. Okay.
Well, we do have ice, and we have all the things that we need tonight.
It says that
I
we're
think
live.
it swears.
Okay.
I swear.
Hold
Let's
on. Okay.
Oh, shaky camera, I adjusted
Better
camera.
find our broadcast. Thank But you. hello.
There you go. One button in there.
Hi.
Oh, punch it
Okay, and
down.
someone's actually watching. Yay! Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks,
Okay, let's
folks.
go back to Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Find you there.
What do you know? It's good old bar guy.
We need employees.
Oh, seriously.
There we are.
We're the
Hi,
ones-
Peter.
we're the ones,
Aloha. Hello, Keith.
doing
And
it all
hi,
ourselves.
Kelly. Good to see you all. Johnny, hello. Right, I'm already hot. We've been live for like
10 seconds.
30 seconds, and I'm already broiling in this long sleeve dress.
Woohoo!
Okay, I'm gonna kick off my slippers too.
That's the one thing.
Okay,
Don't need those anymore.
burn it up in here.
Let's
Hi, everyone.
Let's give you a little bit of help, right?
Yeah.
Immediately.
Hi,
shall we?
Eric. Good
Mhm.
to see you.
Pardon me while I step away, folks.
I'm so happy everything worked. Yay. How is everyone this evening? So, as promised, oh, Paul is bright tonight. I know. Positively day glow.
Yeah.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you.
Let me know if that ends up noisy, because that's always a
All right. Well, you know what? When we do the broadcast in the tiki room, it's noisy, so I can
We can actually counter that.
I'm
I
gonna
just saw
grab my fan. All right.
Okay.
1 second.
There's also the other fan too.
Whoa.
There we
Where
go,
did I
people.
put it? Oh, I think I don't remember where I put it.
Oh, it's around, is it? It's not inside the cabinet, is it?
No.
Not on top of the umbrellas? Gotta figure
No.
out what these things are. You know,
No,
you put things in a one particular place, and then you move it, and then you're like, wait a minute, it was there for years.
I can't find it. Well, I'll get the other one.
There you go. We've got two. Perfectly ready to go. Absolutely. I don't know if you said hello to Julie and Lisa.
I did not say hi to Julie yet.
Ah, well, there we go. We already got Lisa. But now we
Hi,
got Julie.
Julie.
Hello. Happy
All right.
Wednesday to you and Aubrey.
Oh, and hi,
Hello.
Abra. Good to see both of you. Abra
Hail,
and
hail.
Julie.
Gang's all here.
Hello. All right, so much better.
I tell you.
I'm like wearing a sweater in the house all day today. And then as soon as we go live, I'm schwitzing.
100% man-man materials.
That's got to be it.
Man and woman
All right.
materials. I know that this was certainly put together by all sorts. You know?
Hi, Christian.
Hello, Christian. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Love you
Thank
too.
you so much.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
So glad that you all could show up here on another fine Wednesday, where we have another fine theme. Didn't you decide to like make naughty drinks?
cocktails. So we have, I don't know if you can see all the records. We've got Gypsy Rose Lee in the bathtub.
That's me all over. That's the classic.
We have How to Strip for Your Husband.
That's Ann Corio, who was actually a burlesque performer, 40s, 50s, I believe. Yeah.
For Men Only.
Mm-hmm. Faye Richmond. That one is pretty risque, if you can see that.
The
Which
Stripper.
you just can.
And then
The stripper itself, the big hit, David Rose.
more music of the stripper.
Yeah, or as the record says, more.
Hi, Gettysburg
More.
Ma'am. And
More.
hi, Michael.
More music of the stripper. So that's, hilarious. I kind
Hey.
of highly recommend both of these. The follow-up record
Hi, Bill.
didn't sell as well, but it's totally great. And it's got a really great cover, too, so. definitely
Oh,
look at
Errol's
them.
running late. Well, hopefully we'll see him. Yay.
I hope so. I bet we will. Let's just put it that way.
But,
Oh, yeah.
but you know,
That's good stuff.
I understand meetings.
Music for a striptease party, I believe, is the same label that was 101 Strings.
That
so
one
that's
is
kind of fun.
Bald Bill Hagen is the artist.
Bald Bill Hagen and his Trocaderons.
His Trocaderons.
I don't know where they
Oh,
are.
and then we have, oh, you can't see it.
Yeah, it's a little.
Oh, you can just barely see it. Okay, I'm going to
just
come
like the
over
corner
and
of it.
flourish it.
The Lessons in Love.
Helen Gurley Brown.
It looks like it's a tie into Sex and the Single Girl, but they name check it because...
Hi, Alan and Elizabeth.
I think the movie was out at the time of that record, but it has nothing to do with the actual book. It's just her talking about lessons in love. So, obviously, she's an author,
yes, Gettysburg Ma'am made my earrings.
Wink.
Go check out her website. She makes fabulous earrings.
You want to drop that link on these people again? Because,
And hi, Clinton. Good to see you.
Glad to see it. It's great stuff. We have seen several of your pieces by now.
Yes, it is Naughty Cocktail Night. I feel like it might be time to get started. It's 5 past the hour.
Well, what do you know?
You like a naughty cocktail?
And what's in my hand? Oh, I've got nothing. Then perhaps it is.
Okay,
yes.
Well, I have several on the old list. So let's make one of them.
Shall we? Okay.
I am thinking one of these to start. I'm thinking this one.
Did we grab the vermouth?
We did not.
We did not.
Would you like to go grab the vermouth?
The royal we did not. I'll go grab it.
We most certainly did not.
Before I go, are we missing anything else?
The OJ.
I got the OJ.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Oh, good. Gettysburg Ma'am dropped her website. Thank you.
Check it out, folks.
Thank you.
If you like the jewelry, you're going to be interested in some of these pieces.
Okay, so we also need, you said the grenadines in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we got.
He's making a drink, and I'm like, oh, hell no.
You said naughty drinks, and I just had.
But he's going to do it.
I'm going to see where this goes.
Galliano.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay, then
I'm going to see where this ends up. So
I think we just need the vermouth.
Okay, coming. It's the dry, right?
Yes, that's all we've got right now.
That's all I've got.
We need a restocking trip. But while he's getting that, I will catch up. Okay, I think we're caught up. Yay! Okay.
Don't mind if we do.
Thank you.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right. So.
Hate to disappear on you folks, but if you need something, you might as well get it.
I was pretty darn
like to limit
organized this evening, which is not always the case.
I know what I've forgotten, and I might as well just do it right now.
Go get it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, just do it. Oh, I need a shaker though.
Yeah.
Pardon me. All right. So, for my first nutty drink, I will be making Maiden's Prayer. Now, Maiden's Prayer had proportions that looked horrible to us.
Terrifying.
So, this is Maiden's Prayer, our proportions. And I'm starting with 2 ounces of bourbon.
That's a pretty good place to start, no matter what you're talking about.
We need bourbon, too.
Well, unless you're talking about a martini, in which case it's a terrible place to start.
We need bourbon, too.
Oh, yeah. It gets down, If you have a few drinks during the week, then these things happen.
Okay. We're doing 2 ounces of bourbon, a 1/2 ounce dry vermouth. Oh, I need this, too.
Mm-hmm.
1/2 ounce dry vermouth. Actually, you can go now.
Okay,
I
got this one?
got it. Yeah. So,
all right.
1/2 ounce dry vermouth.
Back to the audience. Hello. There we go. Oh yeah. Talking amongst yourselves. I like it. It's all part of it.
Oh, Bill.
There we go.
Yeah. Stick around.
Yeah.
Stick around. You'll.
You're gonna need some things. 106. Boy, well, we certainly had our share of heat this summer. I don't think we ever got quite that hot.
Eric says I'd never have sex on any beach. Okay, and a 1/2 ounce of Swedish punch, which you can buy now. It was not easy to find for a long time, but
Swedish punch is made by Cronin, I believe.
Yep.
And it's a really ancient formula kind of stuff that is in a lot of old cocktail books because why it was around. And I think the whole idea behind that goes back to probably the 1700s when like rum was flowing and people were flavoring it with all kinds of things. And it is sort of like a pre-mixed punch thing. It's like a flavored up spiced rum.
A dash of fresh lemon juice.
Better than a lot of things that call themselves spiced rum, by the way.
And a dash of Angostura bitters.
So once again, since I was talking over that, Johnson's bourbon, 1/2 ounce dry vermouth, 1/2 ounce Swedish punch, dash of fresh lemon, dash of Angostura bitters, shake with ice, and strain to a cocktail.
This is our proportions of the Maiden's Prayer.
Yeah, you'll see some You see a lot of books, and we were consulting several
Oh,
books.
thank you, Abra.
We're consulting several books to get some interesting and salacious-looking cocktail names. And they'll be like, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce. And I'm like, 1 ounce of bourbon and 1 ounce of vermouth?
Well, we were thinking naughty.
No.
We weren't thinking just like porno.
No.
Because some of the ones from the 80s, yeah.
Not going to happen.
Edible paintings.
That was the last week, and I don't believe we did an actual cocktail in tribute to it, but the conversation just went on that subject.
Oh no, Michael was here. He was here for that.
He was here. You saw
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
So you will remember to what extent people were talking, and boy.
We found classics for this evening, but maybe for next week we'll make up something called edible teas because
You're thinking
because why not?
You gotta have a little like Robitussin note in there because it's usually like the red and their
cherry.
No,
fruit leather. Remember we were talking about
fruit
this.
leather. You can do cherry fruit leather.
Oh my gosh.
Funny.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty nice second sidecar on that thing there. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, hello.
Maiden's Prayer, our version.
So far, it's looking good.
I'm gonna give it a twist, and then I'm gonna have Paul make a drink, and then we have some special candy to try that Amy sent us.
And we'll see if Ms. Amy shows up in the meantime. I believe she can't be far behind.
It needs more lemon.
Ah, let me try that out. How much was in there to begin with?
Just a dash. I'm going to make it like a full half ounce.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing about this thing. I think it's trying to, those proportions is trying to be in Manhattan and really does taste like it with that amount of bourbon.
I specifically got out the Naked Lady Swizzles for this.
Naked Lady
so I'll use one of those. Mm-hmm. It's got to have Chambord in it. Well, it can have Chambord, but it's got to be garnished with fruit leather.
Yeah. Big fun. I think we still have some Chambord.
That's much better.
We could do that.
I'm going to change that too.
Let's try that again.
I'm going to change that to a half ounce.
Have to sample it again, folks.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Now it's more in the whiskey sour category.
Yeah.
Which is where it squarely belongs. And I'm thinking to myself, I see those ingredients and I think that wants to be a nice sour. I don't think that wants to be in Manhattan. And if it were, I think it would be kind of funny with that sweetest punch in it because that's sort of a sweet flavor. And you're not really expecting those notes to go on in your Manhattan.
Fixed. All right. Now, it's your turn.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, the fruit leather garnish. It has to. It has to.
If you get the long piece and carve a strip, you could kind of like wrap it all the way around the glass. That would be pretty funny, actually.
Oh, Abra has lady glass clingers that look like the swizzle.
Oh,
I've never seen those. Okay.
Well, that's fun.
That's fun.
We've got, you imagine, we've been collecting this stuff now for 25 years anyway, and we see things. And among the fun items are glass stirrers that are thermometers. You can tell if your ice is getting low. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fun thing. Slightly fragile, of course, but everything is.
Bill says we were at the hotel that 10 was filmed in. Women served drinks on the beach.
Ah,
of course.
There you go.
Of course.
There, of course, is a drink in a premix called Sex on the Beach, which I think is intended to be like as good as. And I'm kind of with the folks who are like, actual intercourse on a beach setting, those things don't really mix.
Sounds sandy.
Just saying, one can imagine. I don't need to describe anything. I don't need to get us thrown off the air again. Well, I've never gotten us thrown off the air. But if we could have a conversation about edible panties for about an hour last week, I don't think we're about to get thrown off the air. Although then, of course, somebody will make a comment and we'll have to moderate it. I'm like, what? Why are you cutting him out? Hilarious. So.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Eric says, last year around this time, there was a live event on YouTube called Burlesque Poker. Complimented one of the ladies on her knee. Saw a lot of knees for a while afterwards. Oh, jeez.
Fun business.
No.
All right. I need a nice Collins to work with because this is a building glass.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Oh, all right. The funny thing is, I shifted our whistle swizzles today. It's funny you would mention that.
There we go.
Oh, hi, Fred. Good to see you.
This one's ready to go. So, I have a Collins glass that is literally entitled Tom Collins. So this must be a Collins glass. What makes us a Collins? Well, it's
hi, Mom.
Sort
Mom
of like
says
a
hi
juice
from the
glass thing.
hospital.
Oh, hey.
Mom's in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Well, you know,
we'll be up to see you on Friday.
We'll have to see you soon. You know, see you soon.
Yeah.
But I've heard they're treating you very well, and that you're getting fed, and that's very important.
Oh, see, Lisa, we just had to moderate your comment on YouTube.
Oh.
This is so funny. I know. Like the mud flaps.
And, yeah. And of course, that's actually a term.
She did have a cute knee.
That's actually a term applied to parts of the anatomy. So that's actually like a double entendre right there. And I see you. It's I suspect that's the kind of truck where you see like a picture of a very young boy doing some very inappropriate things in public, or like, you know, giving you some obscene gestures, that kind of thing. I get there's a type who likes to put that on the little truck. So
thank fun. You, Lisa.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, you know, she's the one who really has to choose, because sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want like this specific thing, and I'm like, you go and you tell me what you got, and I'll coordinate from there. Don't try to coordinate to me.
Very often, my dresses for my frocks are chosen by things that I don't have to iron or steam. You know? What don't I have to iron or steam? That. Okay, good.
There we go.
It's hired.
And I knew that I had this baby kicking around, and I hadn't really busted it out in a while. I think we're both in exceptionally man-made materials. Man and woman-made materials, I should say. It's true. And I take this thing out, I'm like, well, this doesn't need ironing. Actually, it kind of did. So, quick steam, and away we go. Easy. Easy peasy. That's the stuff. Yeah.
So, your drink.
So this is an interesting little number that you have probably heard of, and I have heard of, and I don't think I've ever thought of, because I thought, wow, why the hell did you ever do that? Let's start.
You're just going to start at the beginning.
We're going to start at the beginning. Might as well get this thing out of the way. It's it's a tall one that you probably want to nurse along for the rest of it. But I'm also thinking to myself,
I won't want to nurse it along at all.
Don't know how this is going to go. We're going to find out, and we're going to see where we get to. So Collins glass, of course, is something that's about that size. This kind of looks like your ordinary
tumbler. What are you
tumbler.
making, Paul? It
is not that tall. If it were taller or narrow, I'd call it a chimney. It would work as well. But we're going to go with this. This is what you would use to make a Collins or a gin and tonic kind of thing. Because big glass, wide mouth, you can get plenty of ice in it. Start with your ice. When we're talking like naughty things, I was like, you know, I've heard of this term, and I've heard of the extended use of the term, and there's an even more extended use of the term, and I never thought about what is in that and what do you do with that. And when you look at it, you go, sounds awful, but maybe we can improve it, and that's what we're trying to do tonight. You've heard of the screwdriver, that's your basic right there. You've heard of a Harvey wall banger, that's a variation on the screwdriver, just a little Galliano. And then some wise guy decided to put these things together and add slow gin, and then add some SoCo, and it becomes the slow, comfortable screw. And then you add some wall banger, and it becomes the slow, comfortable screw up against the wall. And I said, well, that just sounds like a bar shot and awful. So let's see if we can improve it. First of all, most of these drinks don't actually have any vodka. I'm like, it's a screwdriver, you need the vodka. Let's start there. How much did I say I was going to throw in this baby?
1.5 ounces.
1.5, okay. Easy peasy. Let's go with, boom, 1.5 measure. I tell you, this is a built-in glass with a lot of juice, so, you know, what do you got? Your well vodka will do. Tito's is frankly better than the vodka you need to put in this, but it's a good brand, so there we go.
You don't want that same evening hangover of really cheap vodka, though.
Don't buy cheap vodka. Cheap vodka usually has some junk in it to kind of sweeten it up and disguise the fact that it's not very well distilled. So just get a reputable product, you know. It's calling itself handmade, and they're shipping a lot of this stuff these days. You know, I'm not entirely sure this is made in copper stills anymore, but
Michael says,
I could be wrong too.
Anybody remember the naughty magazine Sex to Sexty?
Sex to Sexty, yes. That was, I think 50s. I think we have a record that's Sex to Sexty.
We have Over 16.
Over 16, yeah.
And we also have a book, Over 16.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's naughty stuff. I think Pat and Dave had something like that when we saw them recently. So.
Oh, okay, so.
So, anyway.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says, today is National Beer Lovers Day. I love beer.
I'm good with beer.
I love beer.
Absolutely, folks. Now, what's my next ingredient? Let's go with
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to go with 1/2 ounce of SoCo and 1/2 ounce of slow gin. I think most proportions I saw were like 1 ounce of slow. That's a terrible place.
I just got a shudder up my neck when you said that.
Yeah, as soon as I reach for the SoCo, everyone, half the audience is like, "Oh no!"
Oh, Aubrey's asking, "What's your favorite vodka?" I love Prohibition. That's actually local for us.
Very local.
Yeah.
And I would say, check out your local. That might become your favorite vodka.
Yeah.
Because all of our distillers make a vodka, of course. The first thing that you can make that's ready for sale.
Hi, Satellite.
As soon as it is cut to 80 proof, you put it in a bottle, you sell it. So you've got it. You want to make back on your investment, you start selling vodka. If you distill it a few times, toss the heads, toss the tails, take the heart of the vodka, you come up with a really clean tasting product. And you can be kind of surprised because you think, well, doesn't it all taste the same? Compared to some pretty cheap vodka. And you go, half ounce of SoCo. Now we're working at kind of a sweet angle there. And then we're going to push that by working another sweet angle with the slow gin. This is a place where you can really go wrong. Like a lot of this can really be really bad. But I've actually had a slow gin fizz made well. And the base spirit does not have to be this Robitussin kind of stuff. Not entirely sure of that color. But let's see where we're going. I really chose this one for the actual name of the drink to see if I can do something with it. And I tell you, if the balance is way off...
I can smell it.
It does have a medicinal smell to it. I tell you. You don't need to drink this.
I'll try it.
I probably do.
I'll try it.
All right. Now, this is basically a screwdriver, so you want to add some orange juice to that. So here we go. I said 3 ounces. Let me try 2 and see if that actually is reasonable enough. That's the shot size, right? Okay.
Sure you want to do 3?
I will. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Instructions usually say fill with, and I think I'm not really fond of a huge glass of juice with a shot in it. You can't even taste the shot.
Well, in this case, that might be an improvement.
And I think basically that's just an excuse to drink cheap booze that you don't want to taste. Well, I got an idea. Drink better booze. Let's actually throw a straw in that so I can stir things up.
You need to make it ladies swizzle. I
do indeed. Yeah, because it's a slow, comfortable screw up against the wall. Now, it isn't quite there yet. I would call that a slow, comfortable screw. What you're supposed to do, of course, what did I put? I just kind of dispensed this stuff.
Robitussin, exactly. That's what I'm afraid it's going to taste like.
It said float the Galliano. This is about 1/4 ounce, so we're going to kind of toss it in like that. Now that is the slow, comfortable screw. And I might just mix in that Galliano. That's there we go. Now that's the same color as the drink, so boom, here we go. Lady.
Well, you could use...
That's okay. No, this works. It's the color of the Robitussin. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is, why do people drink these things? The second thing that comes to mind is, why do they make them according to the original formula, which was like a shot of slow gin, a shot of SoCo? It's like, oh, wow, you're really in bad territory there. I think I improved things by making it basically screwdriver base, making it into wall banger, add a couple of, a half ounce each of the other ingredients, and you've got your slow comfortable.
I'm really smelling that Galliano now.
You have to try it.
Well, if you want to make something else...
You don't have to try anything more than that, but I'm going to see if I can improve that even further.
If you want to make something else, we'll wait.
I'm going to say that...
Ugh.
Yeah.
Blah.
Yeah.
Blah.
We do these things so you don't have to. So next time you're in a place and on the menu it says slow, comfortable screw, you can say, yeah, I don't think we're going to go there. I think that the slow gin is a little old and the flavor is a little off for one. So, but you might have to just buy a better quality slow gin too.
Oh, it just tastes like Good and Plenty.
There's the thing, you add that much of the Galliano and it kind of starts hitting it like that. I'm okay with Galliano. It is, you really do need to moderate that the way you would Fernet.
Hi, Laura. And Laura, I'm with you. I don't usually like to put OJ in my drinks either.
No, I mean, I'm good with, if you're making one of these Don Beach, Trader Vic punches, and it's like ounce of orange. It's like that's going with a bunch of other stuff. It comes out to be a rum barrel.
Hi, Errol.
Sure.
Errol got home.
Here.
Woo!
Awesome.
All right.
Let me see if I can throw a little bit of sour. This doesn't have any sour whatsoever. Well, I think that's a mistake. So we're going to throw in about 1/4 ounce and see where that goes. I might need more.
Errol says, got home from a company meeting, which has by now probably turned into a booze fest. Told him I have my own booze fest to go to.
I got my own booze fest to have right there. More. All right, going to make that a full half ounce of lemon and see where we're getting. souring this up can't hurt a damn thing because it was pretty sweet before. For one thing, you've got competing flavors of Robitussin and a peach liqueur, which is your SoCo.
I like Galliano in
just a dash,
a little bit.
A little bit. In an actual wall banger, make a screwdriver, add a dash of Galliano, you're pretty much done. Maybe a quarter ounce, maybe more. You should taste it, because otherwise there's no point. But if you say like ounce of Galliano, then all right, good and plenty, that's all you got.
It's got another chill at my back of my neck. Did you put bitters in?
I did not. I'm not sure I'm going to go with bitters. Unless we try to substantially improve this. We still have Campari?
I think it could be substantially improved.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, pour it out and start all over again. Let's see. This drink is very hard to make reasonable.
Michael says there should be a drink called Nice Girls Don't Wear Cha-Cha Heels. We made a drink called Cha-Cha Heels one time. I'll have to find it.
Naturally enough, you know the reference, which is divine.
Oh, yeah.
And of course it's, I want those bleep Cha-Cha Heels. That should be recommended Christmas watching for everybody on this list right here, right now. That would be Female Trouble. That's your John Waters classic right there. That's your basic double bill with Pink Flamingos.
Yeah, the almond bitters would probably be good, Laura. I agree.
And this thing?
Abra says, Abra says, I've never seen you both disgusted by a drink before. It's so funny.
I'm telling you, if I were to serve this at somebody's place and that person was really proud of it, I'd be like, yeah, okay, because I'm not going to be rude, but I wouldn't ask for another. I think that I don't know if I'd finish it. It's very hard to make this thing taste like, So I'm going to see if I can bitter it up and make things happen. I got about a quarter ounce of Campari here, and we're just going to drop that right in and see what happens.
Gettysburg Man says, I've already dabbled in watching a Christmas movie or two. I've been thinking about it.
Oh, seriously?
I've been thinking about that.
There we go.
It's getting to be time. I don't like to wait. Usually when I wait until after Thanksgiving, I run out of time and don't get to watch them all, so I'm with you.
Final sip.
You don't look convinced. Oh, hi, Amy.
Hey!
We haven't tried the candy yet, Amy.
Yeah, I'm about to.
We're about to.
Gotta get this taste out of my mouth. This
it's a lot better with the lemon juice.
The lemon juice didn't hurt a damn thing, and the Campari didn't hurt a damn thing. But now I'm adding so many things to this drink that I think I could have just left all that junk out. Why do people make these things? It's you know what? It's a great name for a drink.
Horrible.
And I did actually veer
Thanks, Laura.
smart by saying this thing isn't actually a screwdriver to start with, so it needs to be, so it has to have the damn vodka. So I actually found one online site that's got a gazillion things. And they had a formula, and I took a look, I'm like, it's missing something. Yeah, the vodka. So, all right, fine. Make a screwdriver, make it into a wall banger, add your slow, and add your comfort, and then you've actually got the full name of the drink. And I'm like, cute. But does it really hang? Does it really hang together? Yeah, does this really hang together? Like I wouldn't do SoCo with these ingredients.
Do you want to just make something else? Put yourself out of your misery, or are you going to finish it?
I'm not going to stand on ceremony and finish this damn thing, but I will say the following.
But I will have a few more healthy gulps.
Yeah, I hate to waste. I really do. Although again, I think that slow gin was getting on in age, and that might be affecting things. But I'm also thinking to myself that a Robitussin liqueur is not going to help anything.
Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. Is it catching up?
Well, there was that. Had to make it because the name was just there, and I really thought that I could do something with it. That would take a lot of experimentation.
Errol says, "Oh, slow, comfortable screw." My brother says he feels like a dentist. He tells his wife to hold still. This won't take long, and you won't feel a thing. Oh, Lisa says I watched Halloween H2O earlier today. See, I got to get on the movies. I'm behind. Hi, Elizabeth.
Yeah, dude. We have a pretty good stack of festive things that are perfectly fine for October, but I reckon we can start
You're in the right place.
We're almost 10 days into September. We got to start these things up, kids.
Well, if you want to invent something, you could invent edible panties. But we don't have the fruit leather to be.
We don't have the fruit leather. That's critical. That's a drink that really begs a garnish. We don't have anything right now that would be a good song.
All right, well, we'll go back to the...
We'll return to that theme, shall we? Anyway.
All right.
But yes, you have witnessed us to make things where we said, no, not going to happen, drain cleaner. And that hasn't happened in a while. I didn't invent that. I improved it, and it still wasn't there.
You can choose from between these other two that I've written down, or you can create your own.
Well, I thought that this would be a great second round, although frankly, it might have even been a great first round. I'm frankly glad that I got that first one out of the way. So let's go with another one that is a real classic name. And again, we had to goose the proportions because this was just wrong.
We goose the proportions on all of these because
every once in a while you see something that says this is the way to make the drink, and you follow it. Sometimes you're like, that nails it shut. You see a Trader Vic's Mai Tai. Follow that formula. Easily found wherever you go. Don't go with the original formula. You can't get any of those ingredients anymore. Just use a good rum. Just use the correct proportions of everything else, and you nailed it shut. That's how to make a really great rum sour. Boom, easy. Not that many ingredients. You don't even need to shake it. You just put it in the glass and stir. You could use your electric blender like I do. Boom, 5 seconds in and out. But then you'll see things where it's just like 1 ounce of this, 1 ounce of this, 1 ounce of this, 1 ounce of this. And I think that's easy for the bartender, but it's way off because you're making a sour. You got more base and less of the other stuff. This is what we did here. So this is a great name, and it is still naughty. Between the Sheets.
All right, I've got you. I'm going back to look at comments, but hi, Bobby. Good to see you. Oh, ding. Drinking in a mid-century place. Where are you?
Hello. Oh, pardon me.
Okay. Catching up.
Ice is a good place to start, of course.
Oh, Amy saw Nope over the weekend. I want to see that. I'm excited to see that.
Interesting.
We mostly drank slow gin fizzes back in the day. I've never been that big of a fan, but...
a lot of slow gin out there is very one note, and that one note is cough syrup, and not a place you want to be. There is slow gin that is actually, we took gin, and we took the slow berries, which is kind of a plum, and we soaked them, and we made it. Apparently, it was a real cottage industry in the UK for a long time. So this is what we're talking about. And as a sort of locally made product, you would probably have it fresh. You would have that fresh fruit. It probably had a nice flavor to it. But if it's industrially made, and I put some flavor extract in and add a lot of color, you're kind of making cough syrup.
I have to read this out loud for the Facebook folks. On YouTube, Ryan says, so some ladies from my store came up with the STI, Sandy and Tanya invention. All you do is mix equal parts Irish cream and Czech absinthe. It actually came out pretty great. Okay.
Sounds horrifying. However,
who knows?
I will try anything.
Yeah,
I will try
see it.
I'll try anything. You just saw me do it.
Yep.
Now, one thing I'm definitely going to do is I'm really sorry to say I have to step away.
Between the sheets.
I have to step away because this contains what I was mixing with, and I really need to rinse these out.
However, says between the sheets is what we always say after people's fortune cookies. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Peter saw Nope too. I know. I want to see it. Yep. If only we had some fortune cookies.
Yeah. Oh. We had them recently, but I think I ate them.
Paul says we had some recently, but I think I ate them. Well, good, because you don't want to let them sit around.
No. They go mushy and stale like that.
Aw. It's always where Lisa is. I love it. Yay. I feel bad. I want him to have a drink that's not horrible.
All right, once more. Maybe it's improved with...
Oh, he's trying it again. Really?
Nope.
Nope, didn't improve with ice melt.
And there's a really strong anise note from the Galliano. And I'm saying to myself, I don't mind that. Yeah, it's not overpowering.
We're getting some votes for the
There's not
STI.
Enough of the rest of. We have neither Irish cream nor absinthe, so can't do it. But we do have absinthe liquor, which was when they were making an absinthe substitute. I believe absinthe by then now makes a genuine absinthe with all the correct ingredients. And frankly, I thought that their flagship product at the time, was actually quite good at what it did. So actually, that's kind of what I use in terms of that type. When it calls for 6 drops of an absinthe or a Pernod kind of thing, I'm usually using absinthe liquor because I think we have a bottle and a half of the stuff because we actually managed to. Somebody gave us a bottle and someone else gave us a bottle, and I just don't drink that much absinthe. I'm not a huge fan, although there was that one cocktail that was basically absinthe and lemonade. I thought that was very good.
Yeah, I can a little bit. I can deal with
the classic drip. I've done it. I'm okay with that.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says completely irrelevant question. Did you all get lots of rain up there? Yes.
Oh, it's been pouring.
Oh, you had flooding.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, no, we had like I feel like our fence is waterlogged now.
It is. It's totally soaked through. Ugh. And our basement really started taking on water. And it was really a long time. And surprisingly, before the water started coming in, and I think because the ground was so damn parched that it was absorbing it all. But then finally, the overflow just went down and boom. And in the meantime, the dehumidifier is pulling like 3 gallons of water out of the air every day. And I usually water plants with it. Not today.
Yeah, we didn't get flooding, but it's been raining for like 3 days straight at least.
Okay, I need what to make this thing?
Oh,
Between the sheets.
So you need an ounce of light rum, an ounce of brandy.
Okay, let's start with that. Okay.
Between the sheets.
The original proportions on this were like 3/4 of everything, and I think, no. I'm going to go higher on the base. 2 ounces as a base is a good place to be. If you're thinking that mixing the rum and the brandy is weird, actually there's more than a few drinks that do that. And light rum is a pretty good idea here, and amber rum would be okay. Dark rum is probably going to overpower the brandy, and we don't really need to do that. The brandy in this case can be the brown goods. So I'm reaching for the handle on this bottle. There is none. It's just large and fairly unwieldy.
It's so dangerous.
But I like the brand a lot. It's available to us at a very good price, and it's a really nice French brandy. I know that a lot of drinks would be calling for a cognac, and I think, well, if I had a $65 bottle of cognac, that'd be nice, but I'd probably just want to sip that. So.
Oh, okay. Abra says we got a flood warning in upstate New York, but only a little rain. Yeah, it's been pounding us probably since like Sunday, I guess.
Yep.
But
I think Sunday afternoon.
But we didn't get flooding. So
we did not see that.
Yay for that.
If you saw the river going past the house at the foot of the yard there, you would have said, whoa, you could sail that. But that's just the overflow.
Brandy, she's a fine girl.
Yeah. Oh, what a good wife. What else am I putting in this item here?
So he's got an ounce of brandy, an ounce of light rum. Is that it?
That's all put in so far.
1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice.
There we go.
And a 1/2 ounce curacao.
Curacao. Okay, I happen to have a really nice brand here, which is the Citronge Extra Orange Liqueur.
Lisa says maybe there should be a cocktail called You'll Go Blind. Well, maybe we'll do that.
I think there were a fair number of Prohibition era cocktails called You Go Blind. It was called, we used bathtub gin.
Yeah.
What's in the gin? You don't want to know. Okay, you know what?
Earl says we had soggy ground followed by high winds a few years ago. We lost 3 trees.
Dang.
They blew over a root ball and all. Yeesh.
Yeah, if it gets too waterlogged, then that sort of thing happens. Nasty stuff. Could you grab me the orange bitters, or have you already done this?
Oh, Lisa says we got a flood in Mobile. I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
What do you want?
The orange bitters, please.
Oh,
sure. Well, there's that whole section of the country that you see on the weather map. There's this big blob over, like just south to mid-south, which is just getting sucked. And it's like, too much.
How much are you adding?
2 dashes. I really just want to punch up the orange flavor, but I'm kind of thinking that this would not hurt this at all. And I can put that right there.
I'm just preemptively adding it.
There we go.
Okay.
Got that, and that. So this is a real simple thing. It's all of about 3 ounces worth of fluid. And
I'm excited to try this one.
Now, the way you were not excited to try the last one.
I knew it would be horrible. This is not my first rodeo.
A little. Yeah.
This is not my first rodeo. I knew that would suck. And
has ice melt helped anything, folks? Let's see. No, really not. No. I'm telling you. That's it. I can keep going back to that throughout the broadcast. Here's the fun part of the fun part. Need a cocktail glass. Happen to have one right here. A chilled cocktail glass. That's a good idea. This is why we need to keep this fridge here, because I need to be able to reach back and grab a cocktail glass.
I was suggesting that maybe we need a more energy efficient fridge back there. I think that's one of our only really energy inefficient appliances at this point, isn't it?
probably the oldest fridge we got that we're actually using.
Okay.
So let's see.
Oh.
Give that a whirl.
Fred says in upstate New York, the rain stopped today and bunnies came back out to eat in our yard. Oh.
Hello. Well,
yeah, I haven't seen the groundhogs in a long time, actually.
Now they're hungry and they are also waterlogged. So.
All right, between the sheets.
Between the sheets. It sounds like it's the name is
that's
trying
good.
to be. Yeah,
that's good.
Sounds like the name is trying to be one of these naughty kind of suggestive things,
mm-hmm.
and like inflames the passions. No more than your average sidecar. This is like very similar types of ingredients that's in there. This actually was one of the books. I think it was the Playboy Bar Guide. The one from the 90s was describing this as sort of a Boston sidecar. And the ingredients are I think these are all the ingredients in a Boston sidecar.
All right. So,
it's actually quite nice.
Is this where you found the key?
It is. If you kill that and you keep going, you will find an array of them arranged as if a crown. There we go.
Okay. So Amy sent us...
Good friend Amy, who finds these bizarre food products, decided we needed these, so I thought, well, all right.
Brock's Tailgate candy corn. Brock's Tailgate candy corn.
Brock's Tailgate candy corn. That's a complete sentence.
That's a complete sentence. Okay.
That's a complete...
Oh, Laura says cold black tea orange bitters. Oh, yeah.
Southern Summer Sunset
Sip. Okay, all right. Okay.
Let me see about that. So, orange bitters, honey and Galliano.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah, basically, like you make your cold tea and then add the rest of the ingredients, sort of like dash at a time.
Good to see you.
Probably honey to sweeten it up, and then like dash of the Galliano. And what was the fourth ingredient? Orange bitters. Orange bitters. Yeah, so a couple of dash orange bitters.
That's probably good.
Sounds awesome.
That's probably really good.
Kind of has that like orange tea thing going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, time to try the Tailgate flavors of candy corn. Let's see if it opens easily.
Got it.
Nope.
I did bring a knife, but what happened to it?
Is that a good idea? Is a knife a good idea?
Sure, why not?
All right. Been drinking.
Not much. I wasn't about to finish that. That abomination.
You had a fair amount of it, though. I'm just not judging, but
didn't kill it. Didn't kill it, folks. That's the kicker. Let me see if I can get this to work this way. Actually, I can.
Oh, Michael says so the 70s naughty movie says, "Can I do it until I need glasses?" That's a good drink name too, by the way. All right, so we're going to taste the Tailgate candy corn.
You know, this actually had a zip strip, which I think would really make a mess of this bag. So I'm going to continue in this vein if I can.
I really smell that.
Yeah, I can. I guess my knife's kind of dull.
Why don't you go get scissors before you stab yourself?
I'll bring this over here, and it's just not that good. Okay, folks.
All right. Oh, we love a sweet tea in the South. Yeah. Yummy. Meaning to the term 4 eyes. All right, if we do decide to make an extra, we're getting a lot of ideas.
Okay, one of the flavors in here is supposed to be vanilla ice cream. That's basically all I'm getting out of this bag.
Yeah, it really does smell like vanilla.
Let's actually pull them out.
Hot dog, okay.
See what we got. There's a key to this that we found, but I need to identify these so that we're getting
so we each have to try each
equivalent bits of all of these guys right here. Okay, so 2 of these, 2 of these.
No, those aren't the same.
Oh, those aren't the same. How about that?
That's the same as that.
Hold on. What? Out of my way.
Just saying.
Got to get this out of my light so I can see what I'm doing. I think these are the same. These are awfully similar.
I can see it really well. Do you want me to do it?
Sounds good. Sounds good. These 2 are the same, so that's like 3
or 4.
Okay. This one is different from those distinctly. Not that distinctly.
Yeah, so put that there.
This is the same guy.
Nope, that's that.
That's this guy. What was it? Yeah, the pinkness. Is this pinkness?
Yes. A lot of the pink ones are in here. The pink one is hot dog. Oh, they put a lot of the hot dog in there.
Hot dog indeed. So I need this sort of orangey with white, which I think is the ice cream.
That's vanilla ice cream. That's that one.
That's this guy. I need the orange. I could search for a long time before I find this actual thing, couldn't I?
You just dump it out into a bowl.
There.
Okay.
Got it. And the final bit actually.
We don't have any of the fruit punch yet.
There we go. So there's our 5 flavors.
Yes.
Okay. Once again, Brock's Tailgate Candy Corn should be available at your local. I'm not sure which store Amy got it at. If it was a national chain, drop it on us so people know. I know that there was one
Don't let Paul cut himself. I try.
Didn't do it.
I try.
When the knife is too dull, I stop using the knife.
Elizabeth says, hubby says maybe we need a cocktail called Hair of the Palm instead of Hair of the
Ah! Oh boy. Hilarious.
Oh, GrooveTube and Kentucky Fried Movie. We have Kentucky Fried Movie on DVD.
These are two very similar anthology style pictures. Never seen the GrooveTube. I remember somebody describing part of the action once, and it sounded extremely filthy and hilarious.
Oh, Walgreens, Amy is saying.
Walgreens.
Yeah, there's one called Fruit Punch.
So Walgreens did have the turkey dinner within the past couple of years. I think they had it last year and the year before. And we still have some of the turkey dinner candy corn.
Walgreens.
I'm sure
Abra misses it because it's not vegan. Yeah, I wonder, I feel like someone should be making vegan candy corn.
What the hell's in this?
Probably not. Probably not vegan, but...
Confectioner's glaze, that's your first problem.
Yeah, yep.
Gelatin, that's your second problem. Honey, that's your third problem. The rest of this stuff...
But...
The rest of this stuff is perfectly fine.
I feel like there must be people trying to engineer this.
Well, you could use a different sweetener. Maybe like, what am I thinking of? Agave, that wouldn't be unnatural. You could glaze with a lot of stuff. Not a big deal. You can make gelatin that is... I think I've heard of a vegan gelatin. It's probably not made out of anything that gelatin is. But anyway, so here we go.
Not if it's vegan. Okay, so we need a plan.
Let's start at the very beginning, which is what, anyway? Orangey with yellow.
I guess we should start with
Is that these? It's
No, really I feel like we should... That's vanilla ice cream. We don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
Let's start with hot dog.
Okay, so hot dog. Hot dog.
These
guys. Here we go. All right. Might as well start your meal.
Hot dog.
With the tube steak. I guarantee that no dogs or meat products were harmed in the making of these candy corns. 1, 2, 3. Sort of a salty smoke flavor.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as bad as that drink was.
Seriously, you know. That's not offensive. Very sweet.
Yeah,
it has a very sweet profile.
Benny Hill.
That's being punched by that salty, smoky flavor. So
I'm sure there are cocktails in honor of Benny Hill. All right. I'm okay with the hot dog. Let's try the hamburger.
Surprise, surprise. That wasn't the worst thing we ever had. Okay, burger.
No, wait, which one's popcorn? Oh, no. This is hamburger.
This is burger.
This is popcorn.
Well, I guess we should really start with the basics and do the burger, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so here you go. Burger. Oh. Burger. Hot dogs and hamburgers.
Burger.
There's your tailgate party right there. Clinky drinky. Got to get a bun around that, you know? It literally doesn't smell like anything. You're not getting any meaty flavor out of that at all. Watch that.
Okay. That one's also not bad. Wow.
I'm not sure what note.
Michael says, Hair of the Palm makes you look at the Wolfman in a whole new way. Am I right?
I'm telling you. Ow! Hair of the Palm. I remember I used to watch Benny Hill when I was young because it was, you'd see some naughty things happening on PBS when that was going on.
So far, so good on these candy corns.
And he was also hilarious. I mean, he was off color, and it was all done tongue in cheek, and it was all just very, very silly stuff, and that's very important. He himself, I think, was a very, very talented guy. He had great sketch comedy and great musical sensibility, but that's where he came from. So,
popcorn.
I'm wondering, what is the flavor note that the flavor technicians over at Brock's decided to put in and call hamburger? Because I'm not really getting that.
You know what I feel like they did? What I'm kind of getting from the aroma? I feel like they did like a few grains of like beef bouillon or something in there.
Yeah.
You know?
At best, maybe.
But it's not altogether unpleasant.
But it doesn't say beef bouillon, so I have no idea.
All right. Popcorn.
Popcorn is this guy. Here we go.
Yep.
Popcorn is one of those things you can get in jelly beans. I kind of figure that Brox ought to be able to nail this. Butter popcorn.
Mmm.
Strong buttery note like you would get in a theater.
Except you use cranberries instead of raisins.
Mmm.
All right. Yeah, the popcorn. I'm getting. It's like the popcorn Jelly Bellies, really.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's extraordinarily buttery. I'm not getting any sort of starchy component or salt. That probably could have been punched, but the butteriness, yeah, sure.
Okay, so are we saving fruit punch for last because we want to wash it all down?
Or do you go with ice cream? I don't know. You have to have something to drink. Fruit punch. Here we go.
Okay, fruit punch.
Ice cream might actually take care of the residual flavors you didn't care for. This should be pretty easy, folks.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't do like a fruity, tutti frutti kind of thing.
That is very fruity.
Very fruity.
It's like gum.
Yeah.
It's like a fruity gum.
It's a very gum flavor. It's a very cherry flavor. Yeah.
Oh, Lisa has the whole Benny Hill series.
Ah, there we go.
I love it.
Oh, doesn't like Benny Hill. That's funny. I remember when I was in the UK. This is going back more than 30 years by now.
Who doesn't like Benny Hill?
Every British ever worked with. Or every Errol ever worked with.
Oh.
That's the issue, yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay.
Interesting because I remember seeing the comedy that people really loved was stuff like The Two Ronnies. I remember watching them and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I really get these guys. And I'm sure they're very good at what they do, and maybe my sense of humor was just a little like undeveloped at the time. It was a while ago. What can I say? I didn't appreciate some things then that I do appreciate now.
All right. I'm excited to try vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream.
This is, by the way, like when I was looking at the names today, it made me think of Willy Wonka with the candy that's the entire meal. Like,
yes.
Oh, now I'm getting roast beef.
Violet. You're turning violet.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I got Beauregard.
Monty Python and Benny Hill. I remember that, Abra. All right, you know what? Where'd they go?
Oh, they're right behind us. Okay, there you go. So.
They're a lot better than the Thanksgiving ones.
Yes.
I'm going to give these
How about that?
I'm going to give these a good grade.
Python and Benny Hill both did some pretty risque stuff.
From there.
Of course, the Python had Carol Cleveland, who was frequently in fairly tight outfits because she could fill that out well. But she was also a very gifted comedian. We can bear that in mind. She bore up against the entire crowd there very well.
Dang, thanks, Amy. Those are actually pretty good.
I tell you could have a party with those.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be tossing half of them.
Exactly.
I remember the thing about the Thanksgiving ones was that some of them, the flavors were like, I don't know. You know, and they were
I don't know.
Really trying for something and didn't quite get there. I'm not quite sure like what was intended with the turkey.
I feel like I've got it in my teeth now, but
yeah, probably. Well, I'm going to actually try back to the key. Which one is the burger? I want to try
the burger was.
I'm try another burger and see if I'm like getting that flavor.
I closed it, but I remember what they were.
Yeah. Because here's the funny thing, Brox gives you all of these extremely similar looking things outside of the very red one, which is your obvious fruit punch. But I got burger here, which is a little bit of red and a little bit of orange. Okay, so I guess that's cheeseburger, right? No cheese flavor.
That's definitely the burger. Would you like another hot dog?
Sure, what the heck.
Let's see. I'll have some more fruit punch. Flavor Adventures. It is.
The sweetness is really sort of counteracting whatever that flavor is. But I think you're right in that, like, what's being intended there is sort of a bouillon flavor.
I want a golden goose now, Daddy. Exactly.
All right, Wonka, how much? Well, they're not for sale. Oh, come on, everyone's got a price. Yeah, right. So care how, I want it now. And of course she comes up a rotten egg.
Oh yeah.
Good old Veruca. All right. Winner.
Harold says, I love the Benny Hill skit where the female cops are chasing the criminals into their uniforms trying to cross the fence. Then the criminals are chasing the cops. It just reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean ride with all the pirates chasing the women and then the one woman chasing
chasing the pirates. Away we go.
Anyway.
Big fun.
Let's see. I feel like we could turn on the AC, but I'm not sure it would reach us with a gigantic piece of furniture in the way.
Get the fan, and that would probably help things. Well, let's see. This one was...
Polyester is no joke.
The human-made materials.
Oh, yeah. The Benny Hill music. The funny thing is, I don't know how long we lived in this town driving past this park.
Popcorn.
And one day, I looked over at the sign on the park, and it was the Bennett Hill Park. And I was like, oh my God, it's the Benny Hill Park.
Benny!
We have a Benny Hill Park.
Hey, Chippy to a classic.
Bennett Hill probably would resent that, but whatever. He's dead.
I am not a joke, he said. You know what? It's better off if people thought he was Benny Hill, my friend.
Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
Well, this liquor is quicker, I'm definitely saying.
It's a lot better than that other atrocity that you made earlier. Slow, comfortable screw up against the wall.
You will probably see that called by a variety of names. There is something simply a slow, comfortable screw. That's actually 2/3 of what we have over here.
Still no. That's
I'm thinking to myself, like, the screwdriver, add some SoCo, add some slow gin. I'm not sure why that improves that drink. If you like a screwdriver, you're not going to like that better. A screwdriver, you add some Galliano just as a note, suddenly you've got a Harvard Wellbank. Okay. Not a huge fan of those either.
Oh, we're missing stuff. Okay. Is there a sweet chili pepper?
Mm.
We've been growing some banana peppers. They're not sweet, but they're
hot, but not fiery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually take the seeds out when I cook them up, and there's just like...
Oh, Corpse Reviver, Bobby. Good one.
Mm.
Bobby shared a recipe for a Corpse Reviver. That is a good one.
I believe you're going to find about 3, 4, 5 of those out there in the books. So I'm not sure which one you've nailed, but it's something we have made that before.
I was thinking we have a Captain Jack Sparrow cocktail.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
We're coming up on the Halloween season, and we're going to need a bunch of ideas. So maybe we'll do a pirate.
Guess what?
Pirate.
What have I got
video.
Here? I do have yo-ho and a bottle of rum. Although apparently what pirates actually drank in the 16th, 17th century is probably a lot of Madeira. They would, well, what did they drink? What they could seize, and what was being transported. Probably a lot of brandy and sherry. Yeah, that kind of stuff. We also have this Swedish punch. Now, if that isn't the good basis for a grog, I don't know what is. And there you go.
Abra, you've given us a great idea.
Oh,
Pirate Week.
I forgot to throw in and throw down on the lemon peel. I think that can't hurt a damn thing. Down. And boom, there we go. Excellent idea. Immediate, just that aroma. Ping.
I just think it's weird that, all day today I was going around this house in a sweater and slippers, and then suddenly, I put on the polyester, and it's I can't breathe.
Let's take care of this. That sounds torturous. Let's take care of this. So.
Oh, I gotta catch up.
Mm-hmm.
The old bald man head slapping. I'm over on YouTube now. Okay. Bill says our ACs are in our bedroom and dining room. The house was built in 1932, remodeled in 2010. Our house was built in 1938. And people see our windows and they're like, you must have a lovely cross breeze. And I'm like, you would think, wouldn't you? But nope.
You'd be wrong.
Holds heat and it holds cold.
Yep. At the wrong times of the year. How's that doing?
That's good. Elizabeth says, hubby has a pump and is taller than me, so I have to settle for elbow slaps.
Better. Sometimes you just have to remember to put the fan on.
Errol says, when I was stationed in Florida, I lived near a housing addition called the Winter Park Pines. I can see where this is going already.
Mm.
There were large metal letters bolted to a brick fence. Often someone would switch the E and the I. Okay, so when I was in high school...
Very funny.
I was in a production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And there were a bunch of little... Like, everyone had their own little black box that, you used for furniture or whatever, depending on what the scene was. And then on one scene, they all had a letter painted on them. So it spelled out Peanuts. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, you turn them around. So it spelled out Peanuts.
Sure.
But one night, the T didn't get turned around.
So it spelled, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah,
that's what it did. Oh, noes.
Oh, Abra says my 1920 house also holds heat and cold.
It's one thing.
Oh, yeah, Amy, thank you. These were so much fun to try, and we don't have to throw any of them away.
Yeah.
So.
There's a kicker.
Thank you.
Well, when we had the turkey.
Oh, we're getting votes for Pirate Cocktail Hour.
Pirate Cocktails.
Okay, good. All right.
Talk like a pirate day. Can't be far
off.
off.
Peter says, with Halloween on the way, I say Glenn Danzig cocktail is in order.
Danzig!
Why not? Why not?
I was just listening to a little... What did I get recommended on Amazon Music the other day? They said, you've been listening to this, so we recommend you listen to Christian Death. I said, I recommend that too. So I did. That's pretty sparse stuff, I got to tell you. And then I switched to Bauhaus, and that was about as sparse. So there we go. That second album from Bauhaus. Yeah.
Yeah, and their car tour got scotched.
Car tour got scotched. Yeah, I would have seen that. They're a lot of fun. We of course just recently saw Duran Duran. How about that? They were really good. I'll tell you.
Welcome back, Ryan. Good to see you. Getting some votes for You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I know it was... What?
Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up.
That's another thing. This house is very uneven, so all the bottles start to touch each other, and then when you walk through, they all rattle.
There we go.
Yeah. We live in a world where you can say happiness, but not P asterisk. Asterisk.
I believe that we could simply say penis on the air if we decided to, but I'm not going to do that.
Say what?
What on the air?
What can we say on the air?
Get up. Macbeth.
Peanuts. Say peanuts. Okay.
Peanuts, but peanuts.
Amy had tickets for Bauhaus. I bet
you did.
One of my very best friends did too,
did.
And she was
She was disappointed.
I know.
Yeah,
I love Bauhaus.
All the groups can
we
tour
didn't have
now.
Tickets, but I love
They're
Bauhaus.
all long overdue for these things. They're all trying to make it happen, and power to them if we can. We are not really huge attendees of big arena shows. The one that we did recently, actually was really good. It
was fun.
I find these things to be like a little impersonal, and it's a hockey rink. How good do you think the acoustics are going to be? They're going to be negative. But actually, the projection...
It's Madison Square Garden.
Projection was good. It was balanced enough.
It's going to be good.
It's too boomy, But I will say that if you looked around, they had a decent enough selection of beer that you could keep yourself lubricated during the show. And it was kind of fun, And what the hell, the opening act was chic. I don't think you're getting any funkier than that. So, hello.
Eric says, listen to Lou Reed's Metal Machine music in slow speed. Well, we have that, so...
We can do that. We have it in 4 channels, so you want to listen to it in all-enveloping surround sound, we can do that. I was just playing something on that system the other day to record it up to the computer. I really should do at least side 1 of that and make it available to certain select parties. I'm not going to distribute it per se. That sounds illegal, but if you're really interested, we could do that. And the thing about Metal Machine is that apparently Lou said, you can play this at various speeds. You can play this at 16, and I think you're going to get a different perspective on what's going on, and the whole thing is just hellacious noise anyway. So, what the heck?
The cone-shaped fleshed interfacing unit.
Oh,
Bill says, our cocktail hour begins at around 7 p.m. live on the ranch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds about right.
That sounds perfect.
I mean, as I've been working from the home office for some time, I find that the cocktail hour tends to start around, between 5:30 and 6, and that's about right too,
Although, I don't know, some days I look up and I'm like, it's 8 and I haven't had a cocktail.
How'd that happen?
How did that happen?
Michael
says, my girlfriend got to hang backstage with Gang of 4.
Gang of 4? Oh, yeah,
nice.
That's right. They were touring recently.
Nice.
So.
All right, well, I'm Borkin.
Well, that was very good.
That
round was quite nice.
Yes. I would like another one.
I'd like another one.
And I happen to have another one prepared to make.
Let's see.
I could make 2.
A little ice melt. Have things improved? Let's see.
Uh-oh. It's probably just warm now.
No, it's cold enough. Nope. Gonna keep frying it. This gag will continue all evening.
It's gonna make a good drain cleaner.
Yeah. Well.
Lisa, thank you. Lisa says I need to be here a lot more often. We would love to have you.
We much appreciate it if you could be here.
Oh, okay. It's making me moderate you guys' comments.
Oh, okay. All right. Language.
Peter Schnapp said Jägermeister. Who knows? It might work. Although I would probably add a base spirit and round it out with some lemon juice because I'm like that. But
Jaeger is bitter enough that you're working that angle, but it's also very sweet. So you got to think you've got to add some sour to that kind of thing. But that's designed. I'm looking at that like, well, that's just a shot glass, and you're like, hey, boom, hit me, hey, boom, and you do a few of those, and then you're wondering what happened to yesterday. Yeah, there's a problem with that. I'm also thinking there are a lot of drinks that sound like that, like Slutty Rita, that kind of stuff. That's actually based on Rita's, the ice place from around the corner. And I think there aren't that many drinks that do that with men. And there really need to be if we're going to be working that with the ladies.
Candy corn syrup, Amy just shared.
Candy corn syrup moment.
Wow.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Sadly says we almost got tickets to see Gary Newman tonight, but too expensive for us. I know. Oh, I'm so sad that we don't have B-52's tickets, but dang, they were like $300 a piece.
For the cheap seats.
Oh, I love them, but I don't love them $600.
I've seen them twice, and I got to say, they were a hell of a lot of fun both times.
Peter's asking, did we get dinner before the Duran Duran show? Why, yes,
we did.
We actually stayed in the city for 2 nights. Yeah, so during that day, we went to Keen's. You've heard us talk about Keen's. And then the next day, we did like a whole swath. We went to a lot of places.
We did the tour.
Next day. Yeah.
We just kind of like nailed them one by one. And mid-afternoon,
Laura.
Mid-afternoon when we needed to fill some time, I remembered that I happened to have access to the Museum of Natural History in New York via my company. So I said, I can show my ID. I had to arrange tickets ahead of time, but you know what? It was easy. We showed up. They said, here you go. And we just had a little tour of the museum for a couple hours. That was great. And then we repaired to one of the new tiki bars.
Yes.
I'm forgetting which one. It was...
Wait, which... after
the museum.
Tiki Chick.
Tiki Chick.
Tiki Chick on the Upper West Side.
And while at Tiki Chick, they said, we happen to have an extra one of these, and we're not going to throw it away. So here you go. And they handed us a foot-long Hawaii dog. That was actually quite good. I was totally full from what we had eaten. I was like, I couldn't possibly do another bite, but I made a little room for another bite. I made a little room for another bite. That worked out. We put away the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that, and then that evening we had drinks at Trailer Park, and then we had drinks at Jungle Bird, and then we went to Tanner Smith's, which is a really great craft cocktail bar in Midtown.
That's right, Midtown.
But they also have food. Yeah. So
they had a good menu.
We all needed food at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Well, one does after a certain point. Trailer Park was a lot of fun because
Amy says Gary Newman puts on a fabulous show.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You kind of think he should. And, in the States, he's a little underappreciated because he had one big hit. This is, 42 years ago. I remember hearing this on the jukeboxes. Wow. Yeah. Funny.
I still like that song, though.
It's a good hit. The funny thing is you look at the video, and it's like 4 synthesizers and a guy on drums. I'm like, shouldn't there be a drum machine? I mean, this is an extremely mechanized sounding song. So something is pretty interesting about that whole thing.
Okay.
So.
I'm going to mix.
Shall you mix?
I shall. Okay. So I am making our version, again, the vintage directions were a little terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Our version of...
Did you bring the gin?
I thought you brought it.
I did not.
I'll go get the gin.
Shall you? I will get this business, and I'll get
Wow.
you.
Oh, we don't have enough gin to do this.
Huh.
All right, you know what? I'm going to make it up with the strawberry gin.
That will be fine.
I'm going to improvise.
Nice, with those flavors,
we're almost out of gin. Okay, so Maiden's Blush, which had horrible proportions, but we're going to do terrible. 2 ounces of gin. That's like a quarter ounce.
A quarter ounce of gin.
Now it's empty.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's recycling night tomorrow.
We happen to have the Iwayuki.
Take care of this item here. Japanese
strawberry gin.
Which, if you haven't tried, and you're a gin fan,
really good.
You really want to try this stuff.
Okay.
Just saying that as a recommendation.
We will be buying liquor this weekend, but...
One of our locals actually, we were asking, so what's new, what's exciting? This was new, this was exciting.
Yes, and it's really good. Okay, so 2 ounces of gin. And a quarter ounce curacao. We need the grenadine. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got it out. Okay.
Got it for you.
Yep. Put that down. Okay, quarter ounce curacao. Okay. And a quarter ounce grenadine. I feel like this might be a little basic, but we'll see.
Let's see. It sounds like a decent enough sour. Like your proportions.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think it'll be a good sour, but we might want to add some.
You may find that some flavor notes are not a bad idea.
And a half ounce fresh lemon juice. This is Maiden's Blush.
Okay. Let's see.
Have you come up with something else?
I was checking things. We don't have the ingredients for that, and it's really not
You can
naughty
create
enough.
your own.
I could do that. I can't do the edible because we don't have the fruit leather. We really need the fruit leather.
We might need to do a part 2 on the naughty cocktails.
Just saying. Yeah, part 2. Oh, boy.
So, if you would like to catch us up with comments.
Glad to.
Oh.
I only have the 10 bottles.
You gotta go back.
Oh, okay, yep.
See you, Laura.
See you, Laura. Thank you so much for joining. That's awesome.
Martin Liquors.
Yeah, Martin is that's where we can walk to. So on nights where we actually have had a round, we say, I'm not driving. We can walk there. You know, oh, we need more bubbles. Boom. There you go.
Although they got rid of that one path that we had to walk down, which is a little terrifying. But...
It is kind of a drag.
Okay.
It's kind of thing.
But our city is getting sidewalks, believe it or not.
Brick by brick. Literally, they're kind of like putting in one brick at a time.
Yeah. Okay, I need a glass.
You need a glass. Okay.
Any glass will do.
You need a tall kind of glass like this kind of thing?
Yeah. Well, is that dusty though?
We'll try this one. This one
Let's get one that's been upside down.
So this
all right.
So.
Oh, okay, Amy. It's Iwayuki gin. You want to hold up the bottle?
I would be glad to. Here we go. So this. There we go. This very nice, fun sort of square bottle. It is made in Japan, and they are calling it strawberry flavored gin, which has.
But I know that sounds disgusting. It's not.
Pink and white Iwayuki strawberries grown in Japan's Nara Prefecture. Now that's a mouthful if I've heard one. It's all grain spirits, and the thing is, it's like they infused the fruit without adding sugar. It's not this big liqueur kind of thing. It's not like big sweet hit. It's like just enough that you know it, but it's mostly flavor. It's a fairly delicate flavor.
With a twist.
I wouldn't use it in everything. Probably plays pretty well with tonic. I don't know.
I think it'll be good in this. Let's find out.
I've certainly done it in a sort of martini setting that was fine. So,
it's good in this. Ooh, it's really good in this.
No. Okay.
Mmm.
And we got a new thing. Mm-hmm. You don't say.
Mm. Yep, it's good in that. Did Martin spruce up their mezcal section? Nope.
Nope. Same old.
Martin's looks exactly like it did the last time you were there, Peter.
If you want to kick...
It is really good.
If you want to kick the mezcal, hit Mid-Valley in Newburgh. They've really expanded that from what was probably not a lot about 20 years ago into pretty huge. And Astor in the city actually went from having probably 4 or 5 bottles to literally a wall, I think 2 walls section of mezcal. Literally, like they've got all this stuff and all these brands that you haven't heard of. They all cost a little more. It's all handmade stuff, really. And some of it, I would say the vast majority of this does not play well with mixers.
This goes back to your comments.
But
Eric is saying, well, you got like Kraftwerk, who at one point had 2 electronic drummers.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yep.
And then Errol says, we had our company meeting at a restaurant that has over 200 available beers. When they ask, I say, you pick. It's funny to see their expression, but you often get an amazing brew. I love that.
There is I don't think it's not a restaurant. It's just a watering hole, a public house in the big New York City. That's called the Peculiar Pub.
Oh, yeah.
It's been there for I don't know how long. It looks pretty venerable.
I guess now that you said that, we should make sure it's still open.
Yeah, right. It hasn't been there since the year 1, but probably about the year 5. And they are kind of small, kind of dark, and crammed. And they probably have 500.
Okay, it's still open.
500 beers on their menu. And I remember that's the first place I ever had the smoked beer, the Rauch beer. I know that I forget the manufacturer that I had, but we can get that at our local beer house that has like, oh geez, easily 1,000 different brands of beer inside there. Pretty huge. They've got all sorts of stuff. And I thought that the smoked beer was really fascinating. It's very different. It's a little dear, but good stuff is, I like the Samuel Smith products, and they are not cheap, really. And it's really great if you can get those fresh. I used to be a much bigger fan of brown ale, and I really liked the Samuel Smith nut brown.
They don't have they don't make their own, right?
Beer?
Yeah.
No. It's
I remember going to Clemson Brothers and getting one that had like ketchup in it.
Ketchup in the beer?
Well, it was like reminiscent of ketchup.
Reminiscent of.
I forget what it was, but it was like, yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, 500 is crazy. It's crazy. I haven't been there in a long time. Which is why I had to see if it was still open. But yeah, that place is nuts.
And the fact is you have to keep those stocked because if it's on your menu, right? So
yeah.
I mean, I suppose if you're out of it, you're out of it. And you also think, how fresh is that if it's been sitting around? So it could be kind of an issue. It's like if you're a fan of stout and you're like, oh, I like Guinness. You've got to find the Irish pub that just turns it over.
Yeah,
They've got to be dispensing that because if it sits around, no good. And of course, it's pressurized. It's got the nitrogen in it. You have to make sure that works properly, or you've got no point. You got no point. I'm a fan of the cans because they have a little widget that's got to pressurize with nitrogen. You pop it, you pour it into the glass. You get that nice like big inch of foam on the top. Now you're talking. We were in a bar earlier this year where I asked for that. I said, yeah, that sounds good. She cracks it, puts it in front of me, and I have a can. I'm like, you need a glass to serve this properly. Just send me the...
Which bar was that?
That was Redneck Bar.
Oh.
Yes, that Surfer Joe
that
played
place
at.
Was
That place was pretty terrifying.
That place was
and that's literally something like 8 miles from the house. It's just right there. And you get there and you're like, where the hell am I? This is a good place to hide a body, It's just out in the field somewhere. What the hell is up? And those are neighbors.
Oh, Gettysburg Man says, walked outside a minute ago and it feels like fall is in the air. I know it did, right?
Sure.
Well, it does today.
It does.
I know. I don't know what it's supposed to. It said it was supposed to warm up, but I don't know.
The pattern is moving over.
No,
the morning show on the radio this morning told me that tomorrow is supposed to be like high 70s and bright and beautiful, and maybe it'll dry some of this out. Because by now I probably need to start doing the lawn again.
Dan,
hey, Dan.
Hi. Dan says hi. Important recording session tonight. Yay.
We actually contracted with Dan for some music for our little epic. And he may well have already been on board. Not saying, but may well.
Errol says, LOL on the logistics. Beer for the customer and whiskey for the purchasing agent. Exactly.
Seriously. I like a place that has vast variety in these things, particularly when it's curated well. If you have one of everything, who knows, you know?
Going back to Gettysburg Mam's comment, I was really, like, I was not ready to let summer go because I spent this summer doing so many projects that I felt like I didn't get in the pool and everything. And then I got in the pool twice this summer.
Did.
So
you did, in fact. And it was good.
Got in the pool twice. Not our pool. We don't have a pool, but other pools. So that was great.
Other pools.
And then now, like, once it got chilly and became fall, I'm like, okay, great. I'm ready for fall. So if it goes back to being warm, like, but it was fall.
Gonna feel the pull.
Yeah, but it was fall. So I don't know.
It's up and down and up and down.
We need to get the Halloween decorations out too. I know it's almost that time. I'm trying to wait until after the solstice. Equinox. Is it equinox or solstice? Winter solstice, fall equinox, right?
Equinox. Yes.
Equinox. I'm trying to wait until the equinox.
We're equalizing the time of sunlight and dark.
I'm waiting until the equinox.
Then we're going to minimize the light so that we can all actually experience sad.
Oh, Albert has 4 bins of fall decorations. I love that. So yeah, I'm trying to wait until the equinox, and then I will go for it.
There was a hilarious incident in said redneck bar.
Errol says, "Hello, we live in redneck country." This place was
hick.
But scary.
Yeah, we are solidly in New York State. I mean, we are not talking what you're thinking country here, except that it kind of is. And I'm thinking to myself, and the band was a surf group, and we had basically imported a bunch of people from around the area. We're all coming in aloha wear, and it looks like we dropped them in on Mars. And the locals are just looking like, what the hell is all this stuff?
Eric, I'm sorry the summer was a bust. But yeah. I know, now that it's fall, let's make it fall, right?
Make it happen. But the funny thing is, I was telling the guys, you know, this is like, I was always kind of wondering, you know, what it was like that American Sex Pistols tour in January of 1978, where they played a bunch of redneck bars in Texas. This was it. Surf band and redneck bar. These guys were complaining about the music. Yeah, right. The lead guitarist in that band is not a small man. So
Harold says, "Too funny, Paul. Lisa still won't let me get naked lady mud flaps for our one-punch."
Not gonna happen.
So anyway, just back to that story for a second, and just a little context. Paul and I both lived in New York City for many, many years. We haven't led a sheltered life. But the redneck bar was really a
real eye opener.
It was a real eye opener.
Like, this is our local? Oh, funny. It's not our local place. There's plenty of places to
and then we found out the woman who owns it is having trouble selling it because 2 people got stabbed there.
Oh, it's a stabby joint too.
Okay, so nice. It's stabby. Awesome.
Real slick. Hey, I ordered a few beers just to put into the local economy. What the heck?
Michael says Billie Holiday can help you feel the autumn in New York.
Oh, yes, now you're talking.
Yes.
You want to kick that really hard. Then Ella Fitzgerald, I think, can move over that one pretty well. And if I'm not mistaken, you've got June Christie on that one. Am I wrong? Does she do a version of Autumn in New York? Yeah.
Amy says, okay, I got to go find Amy's comment because this is great. Amy says, I found the non-alcoholic Guinness in the can with the widget and my brother loved it. No. He said it actually tasted like a Guinness. Well, that's exciting.
Something. We have found that the athletic products taste like a beer. Because they hop it up. So it actually tastes like something's going on.
Yeah.
And if you put it head to head with a lot of beers, you'd say, I don't taste the difference. So that's a good thing. Those are made in
Sorry for the angry face. Errol and I have all our teeth. That is hilarious.
Well, we know about all the cliches. Didn't you have a relative who actually... By the way, take a look at Lucy Arnaz there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so...
Did she borrow your dress?
I have Lucy and Desi's home movies on the TV, and Lucy Arnaz is more or less wearing exactly my same dress.
It's pretty hilarious.
Just saying.
Talk about your coincidences out there. Anyway, back to the rednecks. Didn't you have a relative who played the country cousin?
Yes.
Yes.
She used to go to. She was an actress, and she used to go to. She lived in Texas and then Colorado. Like, yeah, she lived in all the, like in that part of the world. But she created this character called the Country Cousin, and she would dress up as this redneck, toothless character called the Country Cousin, and people would hire her to come to parties and pretend she was someone's cousin, like the guest of honor, and companies would hire her at parties, like in honor of the CEO or whatever. She'd go up to them and be like, "Hi, I'm your cousin," and
you know, fantastic embarrassment follows, and of course the like sort of recognition of like, oh wait a minute, this really is my relative. I need to hi, you know. But the shtick sounds hilarious, and she did it for years.
We're missing out on comments.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, wait. Fred says, in the early 80s, my new wave band was booked for a gig at a hick bar in Greenville, New York. Well, that's our neck of the woods.
Bye.
We played one set and got the heck. Yeah, I feel you.
Feeling the pain. Feeling the pain.
Oh, estate sale. Okay, wait. The Country Cousin bit. Yeah.
Oh, it's just, we've seen the pictures of the whole thing and the whole idea of the shtick. And like, she had the blacked out tooth.
Oh, yeah, I do have pictures of it. I never saw it.
Patchwork, like, dress. Oh, it's just
I never saw it, but yeah.
It's sort of like Hee-Haw visits and is like, hey, how you doing? You know? You got some good hooch? It's just this kind of thing.
Oh, Amy says, my brother tried the Athletic Beer brand too, but he missed the sharpness of the opening notes. His words, not mine. I thought they were okay.
Well,
yeah, you know.
Okay too.
Sometimes you just want something, but
we do a fair number of mocktails around here, and we certainly make them for ourselves because sometimes you just want something in the glass. It doesn't have to be 80 proof. And I will tell you, you got to find a good sub for the actual liquor because it has a note. Even if the liquor is not
I'm going to look for that
flavored,
non-alcoholic Guinness, though.
You need to, I'd try that. I'd try that in a second. So you got to do something. So what we normally go for is something like either dry or astringent or a bit sour. And that can work very well. A hell of a lot of things that pass them off as mocktails take the booze out and leave you with the juice. So you have 3 juices
it's like
in a glass, and it's like, okay, fruit punch. That's not really a mocktail.
I hear Gettysburg Ma'am says, estate sales are the demise of my bank account.
That! I know.
Robert says, I can relate, but with antique stores and flea markets. Oh my gosh.
I don't think we've really done an estate sale proper. And I think of the sort of things
we did.
We did. Oh, yeah, we did an estate sale once.
We did.
We got some good stuff there, too. Yeah, and it was a fascinating estate. And then there was... we knew the folks who were related to the estate, and it was like an 1830s house, I think. Definitely had that look to it. A lot of laugh and plaster.
Oh, Eric says, is that anything like this guy who dresses up as this trailer trash woman and does Tupperware parties? Yeah, it's a drag queen. I would love to. I forget what her name is, but I would love to go to one of those parties. That's hilarious.
That's definitely related. There's definitely something funny going on. And of course, we were just at the Trailer Park Bar in New York City, which works that aesthetic. I mean, it's beer in cans, that kind of stuff.
Elizabeth says 108 again today. Hence the avocado frozen margarita I'm having. I want to know. I'm very curious about that. I love avocado. Errol says we would visit our cousin that didn't have indoor plumbing. We were poor, but during the visit we felt like we could buy a Mercedes. We had indoor plumbing, but it was still well water. It's not as long ago as people think that some people didn't have indoor plumbing. So, yeah.
I think about the fact that my parents, I don't know. I never talked in detail to my mother about, like, did you grow up with all of these mod cons or not? I mean, she notes that they did not have a refrigerator back in the day. It was an icebox. And my father's parents were a little more, like, directly suburbanized.
Amy found vegan candy corn.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Nice searching, Amy.
Hey, there we go. Well, I would say you found this candy corn.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Amy's a very good source person.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. These things turn up. We actually have at least one beer from you that we need to crack and serve up, and I think we're just about at the point where that will be highly appropriate. So,
oh my gosh, Lisa says the country cousin is like Molly Shannon in Talladega Nights. And then Eric says, Flo from Alice. Kiss my grits. I loved her.
Polly Holiday. Just brilliant. Just like, you kind of know her from that. And didn't we see her?
I'm going to have some more Tailgate candy corn.
Didn't we see her on Broadway?
We did in Picnic.
In Picnic. Yeah, she was great.
You want a burger?
Oh, sure. What the heck?
All right.
Another burger.
You have another burger.
I've had one spare burger, but I'll take another spare burger.
I'll have another burger, too.
No, well. Now that you mention it, I'm getting that note. It's like a bouillon note.
Mm-hmm. It's like they put bouillon in it.
It's like, you're not going to get beef out of this.
You want a hot dog? I got to find some hot dogs.
No, I'm good. I had the burger. Already had a few dogs.
I might have another burger. Still hungry.
Okay, well water. Now, there's a very good point. I grew up in a town whose water was well water. And it always tasted like very round and soft and nice. It was like, it just tasted very fresh. And like I could compare that to the water from my grandparents' place, which was suburban Boston. And like they always kept it in the fridge. And when it was very cold, it was good. And when it wasn't, it tasted like the pipes. Michael
says, is there Rusty Warren's knockers up on the wall behind you? Actually, that's suck up, but good eye.
Good spot.
We have knockers up, don't we?
We have at least a couple of the knockers up.
Yeah.
Rusty had about 12 or 15
that one's
albums.
Suck up. And the best part is, we got to read the inscription because it's autographed.
It's signed. Suck up was Patsy Abbott, and she apparently had a Patsy's Place in, I think.
Oh, you're right. That is Patsy
Fort
Abbott.
Lauderdale. It was somewhere in Florida. And you take a look at this picture, she's just this diminutive gal from the Lower East Side in Brooklyn, and she founded a club, and she talked like this.
But I gotta read these comments.
She does her shtick at the comedy
record. Amazing.
Yeah.
It also says it was actually outstanding well water. The previous owners asked if they could come back for more water after the sale. Never tasted better water. Lisa says, my grandmother got indoor plumbing in the 1980s, so if you visited, you used the outhouse. See? Yes. Oh, Polly Holiday was briefly in All the President's Men. I gotta watch. I haven't seen that movie in many years. But...
Probably time to repeat that.
Elizabeth, thank you. Elizabeth shared the recipe. Okay, avocado, cucumber, and cilantro with agave. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing.
Tequila. Mm-hmm. Palm Springs. It's a pretty good place to have a cocktail like that. Last time we were in Palm Springs, I think we had the bottomless mimosas. What it was.
It's candy corn flavored red vines. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Have you ever had alcoholic jello? Wait, what? Hold on. Alcoholic jello salads. No, I've had alcoholic jello, but not those.
We served about 400 little jello shots at an event once, and people kept saying, haha, jello shots. I'm like, actually, it's just gelatin.
I have heard of Christine McConnell. Okay, I need to Google because I have heard the name. Okay.
Yep. Fun stuff.
Fred says, I met my wife while I was making jello shots at somebody else's party. Does that count? Sure it does. I say yes. Oh, good night, Peter.
Hey, good to see you, sir. Recommend that you check out Mid-Valley for their mezcal selection. You'll be impressed. You'll be very interested in what's going on there. We actually got a great bottle from them by Bozal. It was... I'm trying to think of what part of the line. I completely forget the actual marquee on that one because they got 3 different ones in that line.
I think they have
but it's 4 in the ceramic bottle.
They have 4.
And it's pretty cool, and it's very good stuff, very clean tasting.
Okay, I got to read the autograph on the Patsy Abbott album. So, all right, can we hear me?
We should be able to hear you.
It says, to Dot and the kids. Laughter and health, Patsy Abbott, 2/20/64.
Laughter and health.
Laughter and health. Hi, Dawn.
That's about as good as Knockers Up, I'll tell you.
Oh, okay. All right, Christy, I gotta re-look her up. That name is very familiar to me, and we probably already follow each other, or I probably follow her. I don't know if she follows me, but. I probably
we follow her. We've met. We're great friends.
I probably follow her already because the name is familiar. Like with fruits and other stuff, like hot dogs.
Like hot dogs.
I like hot dogs.
Hilarious. Just hilarious that this isn't in a candy corn.
Okay, wait. All right. Back to All the President's Men. Eric says, look for her in the scene where Bernstein asks for Mr. Dardis, and she played the secretary. Okay.
Mr. Dardis. You know who else is in All the President's Men? Is they go to this one gal's house who's like sort of like a mid-level Republican, and they're asking her some questions, and she's a little evasive, and she's like, I think you gentlemen need to leave. And the gal playing her is in desk set. She's like the efficiency expert who shows up to run the computer. I completely forget her name.
Oh, that's
yeah. No,
Patterson. Patterson. She's a relative.
Neva Patterson. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's in All the President's Men. And it's like, what? Wait a minute, I recognize her.
We know her much later in life. She was on a TV series.
We're serious.
Okay. I will tell you.
Now we're going to have to look it up and see
what's I'm going to have to look her up. Okay.
Miss Warner.
Neva Patterson.
Ladies.
Okay, so Neva Patterson, who, yes, she was like Lilith in that movie.
She's extraordinarily Lilithy in Desk Set, which is an excellent both Christmas and Thanksgiving movie. Bear this in mind. Yep. It's a good one for you.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I want to start watching Christmas movies, but I feel like we're not even through the... Okay, it says All the President's Men, CPR woman. Yeah. CRP woman. CRP.
Oh, wait a minute. Committee to re-elect the president. There we go.
The creep list.
Creep list.
The creep list.
It's a list of creeps.
It's the creep.
You know, creeps.
Right. Oh, the Waltons. She was in the Waltons. That's what I'm thinking.
Regular character in the Waltons?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I used to see all the time. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking of. All right.
Used to watch that series. Waltons was actually conceived and, at least initially, written by...
the Waltons. I love Desk Set Opera. I love that movie so much.
One of the guys
Good night, Fred.
Hey, night. We will see you in a week, if that.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Gettysburg Ma'am. I will follow her, if I don't already.
Yep. We'll take a look. So...
Macabre Cop Kitsch.
I'm trying to remember who really conceived the Waltons. He did grow up in, like, that area of the country he's depicting. He did grow up by the mountain, etc. And he went Hollywood and started working for a lot of TV.
He went Hollywood.
And eventually ended up writing several Twilight Zone episodes. And that's largely how I know him. And
Earl Hamner Jr.
Earl Hamner. Yeah.
Based on his 1961 book, Spencer's Mountain.
There we go.
It's your mountain.
Well, I have no purchase on this mountain whatsoever. Although, who knows?
Although your family had absolutely nothing to do with that part of the world.
Nothing to do with that part of the world, no. They end up in the big cities. So,
okay.
Yeah.
But now we know.
Yeah, half the family went to Boston, half the family went to New York.
Julie loves Desk Set too. I think we need to do a full Desk Set video.
There should be a whole thing because it's very well done. It is actually set like directly in Rockefeller Center, directly across where my office is now. Yeah. Enough said about that. But it's a great setting, and we're there every year to see the big tree. And of course, we've never actually been at Top of the Rock. Well, one of these days, I suppose.
We've been to Rainbow Room.
We haven't been
to Top of the Rock.
Probably better than Top of the Rock. It's getting very crowded up there. But, yeah. It's
all those tourists.
It's getting very crowded up there. All these people going up there, you know. Not today, of course. But, it was fantastic.
Yes, Julie, Earl Hamner, you're correct.
And I really enjoy that setting a lot. Around every Christmas time, we spend a fair amount of time around the plaza. And we see many things in that area. And I like the idea of like the old corporation because that's really just riffing off of RCA
Eric says,
and NBC.
Enjoyed 2 episodes of Sanctuary with my girlfriend today. And Michael says, I've yet to see the surfing movie with William Catt, Gary Busey, and Jen Michael Vincent. Anyone seen it?
Okay, the name?
No, but I guess I know what I'm doing this weekend.
Okay.
That's okay. I can just IMDb them and triangulate this, but that sounds like something that would be on Prime, because there's the weirdest crap on Prime, and I say that with love, because I love weird crap.
Love my heart because of all the wacko stuff that happens to go down.
Yes, Christmas adjacent movies, Julie. I'm with you. Oh, okay. Amy shared the Red Vines candy corn. All right. Okay.
Here we go.
Yes, not such an amazing storyteller.
That somebody was actually putting that product.
That's why the Waltons was a huge hit. All right, we're gonna do definitely a pirate video for Halloween, and then also we gotta do like just a full desk set video because I've seen that movie so many times, and I will see it so many more times.
This will take a little work, but I feel like another thing, and this sounds like it'll do the job. Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay then.
Well, okay. All right then.
Kind of simple, kind of simple. Let's go. 1 ounce of dark rum.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to move this atrocity to a different
those are beer glasses.
Yeah. For our patrons, because, you know, we will share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly. That one was particularly ugly.
Next round.
But
we tried for you so you don't have to.
But, okay, there it is. All right. But I'm going to put it on a new page so that no one accidentally makes it.
Don't make this
thinking we liked it.
You can always put a proviso on that.
Oh, I will
made
be
it
putting
on the air. We're sharing it with you because...
Giant proviso.
And, you know, we actually modified this thing. If you go to a place and order this, it's not even going to taste like it.
It's going to be worse.
Why do people drink these things? I'm just saying.
Because, I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm going to modify this one too because I don't feel like one of the ingredients. And I'm running the show so I can do that. So, an ounce of dark rum.
All right, hold on. Mm-hmm. Okay. Dark Jamaican rum?
That's all we got for dark rum.
Okay.
So,
what are you calling this?
I'm not calling it. The book is calling it Bitches Brew. Now you're talking, all you music fans.
I was going to say, this sounds more musical than naughty, but okay.
Well,
how much?
It uses naughty words. An ounce of dark rum.
Okay.
1 ounce of Rhum Agricole.
Should I spell it R-H-U-M?
Yes, you shall. An ounce of lime. I use lemon. Don't tell.
1 ounce of fresh lemon juice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Going by formula.
Okay. You do you.
I'm doing me.
Oh, Bell Book and Candle. That's a great one. Yes. And we have that record. We could put it behind us.
Yes.
Oh, Bell Book and Candle. Oh, desk set cocktail hour for Christmas. Yes, yes, yes. Point Break. Have you seen Point Break?
No.
Have I seen Point Break? Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. I gotta up my education. My edumacation. Oh, Eric says, I introduced my girlfriend to this animated science fiction film recently called Fantastic Planet.
Oh, yeah. That had a soundtrack, too. I remember that. It's got these really weird little creatures.
Big Wednesday, 1970. Yep. I've got so much work to do. I've got so much work to do.
So the actual only agricole we have is Rum Jam VSOP. Well, that sounds like a pretty good place to be.
That works.
Yep. Okay. And it is actually rum. There we go.
R-H-U-M.
Rum.
It's not rum. It's rum.
It's rum. I already put the sour in, and let's see what else this gets.
So.
Okay. Half ounce of syrup and half ounce of allspice liqueur.
Half ounce of syrup?
Yeah.
Hi, Sylvia. Good to see you. I never saw Point Break either. I don't think. But I feel like I should have. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I gotta go back.
Hold on.
Kitsch-en Program says Judy Norton, Mary Ellen on the Waltons, has a YouTube channel where she goes behind the scenes of the Waltons. I love that.
Oh, big one.
Oh, good for her.
Remember the actual,
I love that.
Pilot episode of that show, which had different parents, was a lot when I was a kid. I think it's called The Homecoming. Actually, it's well done. Very well done.
All right, what are we doing here?
Half ounce of syrup, and then a half ounce
What
of...
syrup?
Simple. And a half ounce...
I just keep hearing syrup.
Of the pimento. Now, we make our own pimento, so I don't call it pimento dram. I just call it pimento liqueur.
Okay, half ounce?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that it?
Well, the formula calls for an egg. I'm not adding an egg.
He's not adding an
I don't feel like an egg right now.
Shake with ice?
Yep. Now, well, wait a minute. I gotta see what they say like this goes into. It kind of sounds like this goes into a chimney.
Oh my gosh. You need to be a problem child.
Food problem child. I'm telling you, what goes in the drink.
Oh, Eric says, if you want to watch a hilarious, naughty documentary, check out Tabloid. I've heard about Tabloid. I think I will. Errol says, we watched The Ridiculous Six with Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider, and the others for the first time last night. Talk about stereotypes. It was stupid but hilarious. Okay. All right. I'm up for that.
Right.
I like stupid but hilarious.
It says highball glass.
The homecoming again. Okay. All right. I gotta check. I have so much work to do.
Let me try this out.
In the best way.
I probably want some.
Why is all the rum gone?
What's with the rum? Actually, that's all right. Could you do me a favor and get me one of those glow glasses over there and fill it with ice? I'll be right back.
Oh, this is gonna be dusty. It's dusty. I mean, like actual dust came out of it. I have been stress cleaning my house so much over the last 2 weeks. You have seen me scrubbing and scrubbing, like anxiety scrubbing, and that was just so dusty.
That's why I carry on a handkerchief.
A piece of actual dust bunny came out of it.
Piece of bunny.
Ah! No, I'm not making it up. Oh my gosh, I am taking notes on all of these, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I
Lisa says
really appreciate the sourcing.
Naughty. Oh, I'm going to check out Tabloid. That was disgusting.
What's that?
The dust bunny that popped out of there.
Well, it's gone now. Think about it that way.
But
where did I bring it?
When I think of all the anxiety cleaning I've been doing.
Did I bring up the metal part? Why am I
Which
missing?
metal part?
To this shaker.
That one?
No. The shaker tin. Here it is. Look for the tin.
Oh, I don't know.
Found it. All right. Gotta restock the ice if we keep on going. But that's about that for that, folks. So I'm going to say this is really simple. This is a shake and pour. You don't even really need to shake this. Rest, I'm definitely taking a peel because we have them.
Do it.
I'm taking some bitters because I think it's a good idea. I eschewed the egg. Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Oh, wait, did you... So you're adding bitters?
Yes, adding bitters. Two dash.
Okay.
Pour into the glass. Ooh, that's a great glass for that. They said a highball. I think this is kind of perfect. This is a really nice looking thing. This looks like the sort of thing that you
smells good.
Might have on a ship as the things kind of like tilt around like that. Boom, done.
It smells good.
Ooh. All the aroma coming from the allspice liqueur.
Kitty's bringing me up since I have so many dust buddies around here. I just start feeding them. I feel you.
Just leave out some.
I really do.
Leave out a bucket of carrots and parsnips. Done. There you go.
Oh.
A couple of dashes of that. I like to dash it on top of the drink. Just leave it there. It will incorporate eventually.
All right.
It looks fun.
I'm going to look for the Ridiculous Six and...
Okay. And I'm going to give a twist and toss that in. And there we go. It's kind of a good looking thing. Would you like to try it?
What was the other one I was looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Ridiculous Six. But there was another one. No. There was another one too, though.
Okay, pardon me. So, there we go. Decided to try something. They're calling it bitches.
Ooh, that's good.
That's good. That's a nice thing. It's a very fall drink. We're moving right into that area.
That might be the best one of the evening. You Patreon folks who are going to get these drinks in a little while.
Oh.
Might be the best one of the evening.
You're going to like that. And you know something?
The ones I made were good, but that might be the best one of the evening.
Dark versus agricole is giving two different notes that are working very well on that. You can have a lot of drinks at a lot of tropical places that have a lot of fancy stuff going on. And this one is pretty simple and works. Do I think that the egg would enhance this? Right now, no. Well, gotta try a little bit. Juicy, you know. But that is, that was the other thing. They wanted me to grate some nutmeg on top of this.
Oh.
So we'll do that.
That's
really highly recommend you buy whole nutmeg and a grater. There's not very much money, and the nutmeg basically keeps it forever. I mean, you know something? You know who bought this nutmeg? My mother. And we haven't had her in 9 years. So that tells you something. This might be 20 years old. Still going strong.
Gettysburg Man says, biggest regret, wall-to-wall carpeting decision. Should have opted for the hardwood floors, less bunnies. Oh, sister, this whole part of the house has wall-to-wall. I feel you.
And of course they went for beige. What else? You know? Great.
I was telling Paul, if we ever do recarpet, I'm going for I found out you can get wall-to-wall leopard. I'm just going to get wall-to-wall leopard because,
there you go.
Yeah.
People will say, you'll never sell the place.
That's what fuzzy socks are for.
Yeah, I don't want to sell the place.
Oh.
Try it again. It's got a different note. This
smells good.
Is a really nice spicy thing that's going to move you right into cold weather.
That's my new favorite drink.
I'm liking that awful
That's my new favorite drink.
Hello. And I thought that adding the peel was a good idea.
Oh, hi, Kalaka Boy. Good to see you. Kalaka Boy says, have you ever had a British afternoon tea experience?
We as a matter of fact,
when we were in London. We went to Fortnum and Mason.
I recall that we had Linda with us. And she is with us tonight from the hospital.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, but you know, it's funny. I was looking up, we were looking up the Pier Hotel. And they have afternoon tea, and I thought,
they do.
We should do that because we haven't done that in a really long time.
Possibly since the actual Fortnum and Mason.
Yes.
Which was really good. I mean, they do it in a very classic style, and you know they take little biscuits and little bread and little sandwiches and clotted cream. You know,
Harold
and
says,
a great pot of tea.
Apparently, Lisa and I not only have different cleanliness standards, but different eyesight. I swear she can see submicron particles. We're like that too.
I look at it like I don't like my work area to be crazy. The tools are usually organized. I leave them there until the job is done, but I will clear them out if it takes too long. And I don't like a lot of piles around the living area. That has to go. You know.
Oh, I love Hotel Budapest. Our friend gave us a movie called Hotel Budapest. You saw that with me, right?
I did see that. That was a word contender.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just crazy kind of historical thing.
One neat freak and the other a complete slob. That was one of our wedding songs.
It was.
The encore. Oh.
I just want to point out.
Can you hear the bottles rattling? I told you our house is uneven.
It's actually the glasses in the bar that are rattling. I'm going to correct the bar, but I can't correct the actual.
Julie says, when I was a kid, my mom would wax the kitchen floor and have us slide around her socks. That's brilliant.
Polish.
That is brilliant.
So you were just mentioning The Odd Couple. Of course, the motion picture has a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is awesome. Dot Records, 1968. Here they are. It's a very Jack Davis style cover, but I don't think he did this, as a matter of fact. But a lot of fun. We play this from time to time. It's got a fair amount of dialogue, but the music is just great. Pretty kicker. And yes, I'm looking at, what the hell is this? Are you familiar with this format? If Doug were here, he'd be like, oh yeah, this is a tape. You got to play this on a big machine.
Yeah. We
still have a machine. This sounds awesome when I play it. This tape is almost as old as I am, and it's sounding good. Well, if this can be that old and sound good, so can I. There we go.
Harold says, you'll never sell the place. Yeah, great. Maybe it's not for sale. Oh!
Yeah, think about it.
My cousin works for the water department. He gets old ladies to say, I can't believe this is what our tax dollars go for.
Oh my God. You know? So other things that we happen to have on the same format, this is a lot of fun. Just played this the other day. This is still just awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm
this
is that the other
just
day.
Unbelievable. This whole score is just killer. I mean, some people think easily the definitive Bond picture. Well, that's debatable. But I got to say, like, if you're talking about one picture that's going to tell you what this series is all about, bang, Goldfinger. Just amazing. And the music is just
Finga.
Just off the hook. Like Barry just went way, way beyond with this one. And I'm not talking the title track. That's one thing. The whole score, that whole business with bombing Fort Knox. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getty's Rugman says, "I'm like that with spiders. I can spot a microscopic spider from 50 feet away."
There you are. Boom.
Usually I'm cleaning and then I see it running and I'm like, okay, you get to, like, I won't suck it up, but like,
you've got your chance to get away.
Yeah, I will let you escape. But, Oh, Eric says my father had a collection of Harry Belafonte reel-to-reels. Okay.
Well, Harry recorded for RCA, and his open reel tapes would have been in living stereo. And wow, that's a good process. And you've got things that are just immense, like that Carnegie Hall concert.
Going back to the water department comment, Errol says, no, that's what your water bill goes for.
That's what your water bill goes for. It's too true. I will say I'll make a big recommendation on that
Chaz.
one too. No, Mr. Bond.
I expect you to die.
Only the classics.
Man, now I want to watch movies.
You'll never get away with a Goldfinger. Goldfinger, who cheats at cards, who cheats at golf. That's how you know a Bond villain. He cheats at cards. So, some years back, I remember actually playing a game that was an election game with a good friend. And this was election 1960. It's a really great game. It's the two big contenders. That election was this close. And you can make it that close when you play it. And I decided, let's play music for this because we don't play in silence. And I said nothing after 1960. So we played all music up to that point. And one of the things in the house was Harry Belafonte at Carnegie. And I said, let's slap this on. And you need to play that record to realize what an entertainer you're talking about. Wow, he holds the crowd. And it's just like a trio. That's it. Carnegie Hall, a couple of microphones. It's just astonishing how amazing he comes across. He's just an entertainer. So, I could see having a bunch of them. And there's that blues record. Wow, that's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Lisa says, my sister used to have a tape player, spool kind tape player, and I would sneak into her room while she was at school and play
her tapes.
Oh my gosh.
We grew up with a tiny little machine that had 3-inch reels. That was a tape player to us.
Oh, gold member and Austin Powers, yes.
Gold member. So, the big reels is not a big deal to me. I was kind of fascinated with this, and I really wanted a player. And one day at a yard sale, I found one. It cost too much money, and it came with a bunch of tapes. And there's some fascinating talk about that, but I've maintained a machine ever since. I do not have the same machine. I had to give that one away because it really started to go. But we have a nice TIAC machine from the 80s, and it just does great. I replaced the belt, I think, about a year and a half ago. Doing great. Just solid on speed. It's unbelievable how good this machine sounds. And this is a lot of technology. When today you can just stream all of the downloads you want, blah, blah, blah. Everything sounds perfect. And why do I even bother? Oh, it's fun. We have a lot of these things. It's
why not?
We play these old Mancini tapes. They just sound immense.
These old Mancini tapes.
Yeah. I'm talking about Henry Mancini, of course.
And we can dig it. You get that reference.
But really, I got to a point where I said every single soundtrack is amazing. Get them all. So we just started getting them all. And I will say literally from Tiffany's well through the party.
To any of your tapes self-destruct.
No, that's good. That's a good one. Now, literally my favorite of all of those is when Jim is in a car. And I think it's probably like a 1966 Fury or something, right? Ooh. Whoever was sponsoring the show would tell me it was out of Ford or Chrysler, right? So he gets in the car. He has a tape cartridge. It's one of those Muntz stereo pack cartridges, the 4-track cartridge. And he puts it in the player and blah, blah, blah. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. This tape will self-destruct and his dashboard blows up. Hilarious. It's like, gee, sorry, guys. Hilarious.
His live version of Matilda classic, Women Over 40, and you hear these lower registered women singing Matilda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that Matilda, it goes on. It really goes on for a lot of choruses. The crowd is just spellbound in that one.
Gettysburg Ma'am says there's so many VHS tapes that I can't play because I can't find a VCR. Now, okay, can we or can we not play VHS tapes?
Yes, we can. We no longer have a television to which we can connect this directly. We have to put it through the little converter box to get it up to the digital TV. And that will be your limiting factor with those. Now, a video cassette recorder is not that hard to come by. You can certainly find them used.
Well, for you.
Obviously. Well, take a look up on Marketplace. Take a look up on Craigslist. People will be offering these things. And if the price is really, really cheap, there's no particular reason not to, but there's plenty of them out there. You can get a brand new machine.
Shaft!
Yep, there you go. Can you dig it?
Right on.
I believe... No, I forget what I believe. But, we watch... We watch Shaft every January, and it's just awesome. And the film was basically shot in January of 1971. So there you are. Shaft's walking around in this big shaft jacket because it's cold. So it's kind of perfect.
I found in the attic...
There's very little that's cooler than that movie.
Did you know... I'm sure you did know this.
Did you know this?
But
just asking.
I was combing through our attic the other day looking for art because we have so much art. We can't buy art because we have so much up in the attic.
Posters and things.
We have a photo autographed to the two of us by Richard Roundtree.
Boy, does that need to be on display like now.
Oh yeah.
This has to be our friend Zach.
Yes.
Who goes to the shows, who sees people, and he's like, boom.
Yeah. He gets us autographs, which is
unbelievable.
Best. We have the autographs from the best people. I'm like, hi, Kelly and Paul. Richard Roundtree. I'm like, ah! So good.
Richard Roundtree, of course, was pegged
Shaft and or Dolomite. Yes.
Yep. You've got two very different...
He wrote both of our names out.
Two very different types of characters, and I got to say, it's both awesome. Rudy Ray is... a classic of the genre.
Harold says it was 2015 until we had a car with a CD player.
Oh, yeah.
I feel you.
I believe the first CD player in a car,
Oh, yes.
Well,
Chaz says, Thomas Conifer, Windmills of Your Mind. I love that song. And I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie, too.
Fun picture.
Yeah, so good.
You can do a 1-2 punch with that and Bullet, and you've just got a Steve McQueen 2-pack.
Stephen McQueen.
Just like that.
When we used to go to Blobfest, there was a fortune teller there, and she would be trying to channel Stephen McQueen. She had her crystal ball, and she would be like, Stephen McQueen. So I can't think of him as Steve McQueen anymore. He's Stephen McVeen. Stephen McVeen.
Hilarious. The thing we got to realize about Richard Roundtree, he establishes himself as Shaft, and then he does the 2 sequels. So it's really a triumvirate of these movies. Yeah. And then he did the what now? The Shaft TV series. Wow. That should have run for like 5 seasons, man. I don't know what happened there. Maybe the people preferred Beretta, but Shaft TV? No way.
Lisa used to watch Shaft growing up. We watch it every year.
We watch it. I just think the whole ensemble in that picture is great. I really like Charles Chaffee as his foil at the police department.
Oh, yeah.
Shaft. You're really working my nerve here.
No, Lisa had a crush on Steve McQueen.
Well, what young woman at the time?
Hi, Karen. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
Elizabeth says, when I got my new car, I was bummed. I no longer had a CD player. Yay, technology. Not. I told the car salesman, some of us have lots of stuff not available on Spotify. Yes.
We just realized, to our utter amazement, within the last week, that our town now, again, has a Goodwill. We're like, what? And, oh my. So we took a look. And you know what?
Just when I was saying we have too much stuff. We shouldn't be thrifting.
Shouldn't be thrifting.
We have a lot of stuff. And then I see, like, Goodwill.
There you go.
Where there was nothing before. I'm like,
where there was nothing, now there's life.
Now we have to go in.
So we had to check it out. So I bought a few things. It was cheap. The thing is, we don't buy things we don't really need. You'd find some Christmas stuff. Always need more Christmas stuff. I took a look through the records. I really give it a good swing, but it was not happening. But you know what? They have a stack of CDs. Not that many. I take a look. I'm like, these are some good titles. I mean, there was like Minor Threat, Link Ray, Husker Du. These were all cheap. So I'm like...
He played Minor Threat for quite a while.
Well, it's their entire recorded output. So you're talking about an hour worth of music.
Been on for a while.
Maybe an hour worth of music. Maybe it's about 40 minutes worth of music. I like those guys a lot.
What did George Carlin tell you about stuff? Oh.
You know, the thing about stuff is... So,
oh, Karen says we lost a lot of great thrift stores during the pandemic. They haven't come back yet.
We lost our goodwill in 2008 when the landlord got greedy. And then, of course, the economy took a nosedive.
Yeah.
And then that store was vacant for about 7 years.
Yeah.
So I think, I was thinking to myself at the time, so you kicked out Goodwill and it's not coming back, is it?
Mm-mm.
Well, Goodwill figured it out. They found an even bigger space, and they're
there. Good night, Gettysburg, ma'am. So good to see you.
Thank you so much for stopping by. It's lovely to see you every week, and we're glad that we can share your site. So, hey, have we actually done any promotion for product yet?
I guess we should.
It's about that time.
Might be that time.
Maybe it's past that time. So we still have the towels. I've got the maroon. She's got the teal. The new towels are the same pattern that we've been using on the black towels, but we're way out of black towels, long gone. And we do have like the full-size maroon and the teal. They're really great. Our folks
Hi, Dean.
over at South Pacific Promotions really did well by us. And it's
They're
great.
beautiful.
Print.
They're
really
absorbent and
it's literally
and shiny.
2-in-1. This is the polyester side, like my shirt, and the flip side is cotton. So this will actually dry stuff.
They're shiny,
but they're
and
able to print a really nice thing on here, and it's a very, very cool print. We like them a lot. These are available, and would you like to drop the link on everybody?
Sure.
Those who like to have a little product, and those who would use a Bauer towel will find that this is actually quite functional and reasonably priced.
All right, you know what? Before I do that, just keep talking amongst yourselves.
Don't mind if I do. There was a talk about buying tiki mugs I don't need. Tiki mugs I don't need.
Tiki mugs I don't need. Yeah.
If we find something at our local, and this has happened more than once that says Tiki Farm, we tend to pick it up because, come on, you know, it's a real thing. It's a contemporary device. It's actually very nice. And some of those things, I think, well, I don't know if I need to hold that forever.
Right.
And if they're collectible, well, you go from there.
I'm dropping.
And more than once.
Elizabeth. Yes. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Oh, yes. Thank you for the plug.
You
did order those recently, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
It must be recently. They haven't been available that long. We thank you for the order. I'm glad you're enjoying them. And I really appreciate the review.
All right.
You know, at this point in time. I'm thinking...
Lisa says I have a soft spot for tiki mugs.
More than once locally, we've actually found product from Hawaii Kai. Now, that establishment has been gone from New York for over 30 years. So if you still find product, yeah. But it was like the big local tiki joint outside of Trader Vic's, which was in New York at the time. There was also Luau for 100. I think there was a Don Beachcomber. But, and the Hawaiian room at the Lexington, that was an old school kind of a joint. But there are currently New York City.
Thank you, everyone who bought towels.
Oh,
You're the best.
Oh, seriously.
You're the best. Our patrons are the best. We love you all so much.
Amy has been here for the broadcast, and she bought a towel recently, which is just fantastic.
Amy rocks. Amy sent us candy corn.
Amy is a fantastic source person. She finds these
Amy
things.
Rocks.
I don't know where.
Everyone, y'all of you rock.
I don't care where.
Lisa, Errol, Abra, Julie, you all rock. You all rock.
It is absolutely amazing and unbelievable to be able to spend a few
hours. And if I missed anyone, I feel terrible.
To be able to spend a few hours with you every Wednesday. So.
Dan.
You know? Yeah.
Eric.
Eric. You know? Hello.
I know. I feel sad.
There's a few ways.
Ryan.
Obviously enough.
Michael.
We need to keep this baby going somehow.
Eric. I said Eric.
There's a few ways to do that. We just dropped a link on you for product.
Abra.
If you're watching up on Facebook, you see a banner. Do you have the banner up on the YouTube or no?
Which banner?
This banner.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, okay. So both platforms actually, there is a tip jar. If you would like to throw something at that of course is appreciated.
Gettysburg Man.
It helps to buy bottles of booze, which we use with regularity. So hey, that's something awesome.
Keratin, we love you guys.
I mean, we watch these DJs on.
And if I missed anyone, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and feel horrible about it and be so self-conscious.
Very self-conscious. So we actually watch these.
Missing people. Sylvia, Lisa, yeah, you guys are amazing. Peter.
So, like, we watch these DJs on.
Alan and Elizabeth.
Trying to get a point out here, honey.
I know, but I don't want to miss anyone because if I do, I'm going to.
I'll let you ramble and then I'll get my point out.
If I missed you, I am so sorry.
No.
It's not because I don't recognize you.
All I'm trying to say.
Because I've had 2 drinks.
Is that we watch these DJs on Twitch and they are telling you like every 3 minutes there's a tip jar. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. It's just down there at the bottom of the page. If you'd like to throw in, I really appreciate it. We appreciate it because it helps the thing keep going. Everything costs, and we don't charge for this. So there you go.
And we will not.
There's no admission fee. It's not, you don't put a dime in for this thing, like some things. But
Fred.
Hey. Oh.
Amy's going to be at Tom Jones next week.
This is the naughty broadcast. So Amy, are you going to throw anything at the stage? I'm not going to say what you might throw at the stage, but you know what I'm talking about. Because we saw Tom Jones and we saw some things thrown at the stage. He was unbelievable. I'd see him again in a minute. He was great. Engelbert was great. Oh, I'd see Engelbert. Sure.
Oh, Engelbert was a trip.
But, Sir Tom is just something else.
Tom was flat out amazing. Engelbert was a trip.
Yeah. He's sort of he's sort of a force of nature, Really. And of course, he's a performer in front of a fantastic band. Like Engelbert,
Yeah.
Just killer. Love these people. It reminds me of Sharon Jones, who, of course, was, oh, jeez. Hat off, people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what killed her because you know. But you can buy her records. And you can always support the Dap Kings. And, of course, the record label is just fantastic.
Throw edible panties at the stage. Okay,
there you go.
So see,
Boom.
Edible panties are coming up again. That sounded wrong,
Boy,
but you know what I mean.
We're getting getting thrown off of YouTube. I tell you, you people keep talking about panties. Yeah, probably.
Bill says you are still on. We had dinner. Oh.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, Keratin, we saw Duran and Chic a couple weeks ago. Got rained out for you. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, man, so it was an open air thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's too bad. They played it for a number of festivals.
Oh.
I heard like some folks commenting that like at the festivals the show was abbreviated and like you didn't see all this stuff. And one of the things you didn't see was a lot of songs from the new album. Well, I was actually listening to the show that we saw recently. I'm not going to tell you why I know that. And I was counting that they played 4 songs from the new album. I thought I was wrong. They actually played a lot of stuff from that because it's kind of a hit show, but they have a new record to promote. I like that record. This is a really great record, Future Past. Obviously, you have heard it.
I love all of their output.
And like,
Keratin says I've seen them 8 times, so that's cool. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, they put on a great show.
Oh, we love the new album too, Keratin.
We did manage to get it on LP. It is available. It might be hard to find. I'm not going to say you have to get it on LP. That's up to your system.
I don't know.
But if it's available and you'd like it, it's clear vinyl. It's kind of fun. The one thing I noted was that there's no download code. So we had to record it up to the computer ourselves.
Yeah, the new Erasure album, well, new-ish
as of
Erasure album came with the download code, just saying. But anyway, love Duran Duran.
Well,
love Duran.
Yeah, and Erasure. They're both
love them both.
They're both really strong records for groups that have been around for over 40 years.
Oh, so Karen says since 1982 when they toured with Blondie. Yes.
Jeez. Blondie currently touring with The Damned. Oh.
I know.
I would have seen that in a second, but actually our most available local show got canceled.
May the Schwartz be with you. Oh,
Ha, ha, ha.
oh my gosh,
Schwartz.
I love you all so much.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes people need to have like a physical product. I understand that. We don't buy a lot of CDs, even though we picked up a stack of 5 of them just recently, but they were very cheap. But I will pay more for the record because we have a turntable. I gotta feed it something. You know? I was just displaying the open reel tapes, and we play those too. You cannot buy those new, although I think there is a consortium that's producing them these days. Good grief. Everything comes back.
Christmas story.
Everything can be made.
All right.
Everything can be made. Well, okay.
Oh, Spaceballs. Oh my gosh. I saw Space. Okay. Oh, Amy saw Blondie and the Damned. Awesome show.
Boston Garden or which venue?
Yes, Blondie is so short. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I believe Blondie at this point has to be like Debbie, Chris, and...
Amy can tell us.
Yes, you could tell us, actually. Football. Who's on drums?
Is it? It's
Clem.
not still Clem. Is it still
Clem?
Clem?
I don't know if he's touring with them, but I think it's Clem Berg. So that's probably
I don't know if Clem is
your
touring.
Your core right there. But
Amy
actually,
is Clem touring.
Duran Duran was the same. It's really the 3 of them and their auxiliaries, and their auxiliaries are very good. So.
Oh my gosh. Eric says the last CDs I've gotten with the deluxe versions are noise albums. Okay. All right.
There's a thing about physical product, and
it's
the thing
Pavilion, Amy says.
Pavilion. Okay. Thank you.
Clem on drums. Okay. All right. We saw him play with Nancy Sinatra.
He was backing up Nancy Sinatra in what she simply called the Kick-Ass Band. There we go. Getting myself thrown off the air.
Okay.
But Nancy said it, not me. Oh, that's over 20 years ago, but that was amazing. That was exactly 20 years ago.
Yeah. So good.
That was just fantastic.
Oh, God.
I could listen to that too, couldn't I? Yes, anyway. But this is all the fun part of the fun part, as I like to say. I'm trying to think of who is touring now. Everybody's touring
B-52.
They have not been able to do it for some time, so everybody's going crazy doing this
stuff.
stuff.
Pet Shop Boys in New Order.
Pet Shop Boys in New Order, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good show.
Yep.
That'd be a good show. I'm not going to get all nostalgic.
I would see all of them, but, you know.
If any of this is just a strict nostalgia show, I'm like, where's your new album? You've got to have new material out there. Play this stuff.
I'm available for the nostalgia.
I will do both. If I see a group that's been around forever and is playing some old hits, sure. But what do you got this new? I want to see that. Even when we saw Love, it was something more recent. So,
oh man,
you know.
All right, is it time?
Oh yeah, we don't have Andy, and there's also who was it? Keyboard, singer, and bass player. And drums. So that's like 4 out of 5. Yeah, that's pretty good. They still had their aux backups players. And of course, because, they're totally tight with Nile Rodgers, he actually pops out for bass on one song.
Yeah. That was great.
I'm not going to say that you all should have seen them at the Garden like we did. That was not a really cheap ticket. But it was an investment in a pretty amazing show. I gotta say, I was really impressed. I never really cared for those guys until recently, and I'm like, they got the funk, so we're good with that,
Oh yeah, Elizabeth, we're fans of vinyl too, for sure.
The only reason is because we have a really great table. If it was a cheap turntable, I probably wouldn't care. It wouldn't sound that good. But if you have a good instrument, it will sing, And there's space for everything. We still have something that plays CDs. We have something that plays cassettes. We have something that plays all tape formats. We got the big tapes. We got the little tapes. We got the 8-track tapes.
Big tapes, little tapes, 8-track tapes.
Oh, the little tapes. They all have a place. Formats. I saw something about that recently. Yep.
All right. Is it time?
It's about that time.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, everybody, for being here, because I can ramble on for a long time, but I can ramble to a wall if you're not here. Who cares, right? But I care because you're here. It's fantastic. Thank you, patrons. You're in my heart because you helped this thing get going in a very direct way. If you would like to be a patron, you just need to go to patreon.com/velveteenlounge, and rates start at $5 a month. And, if over time you say, well, I can't do this anymore, you just cancel. That's all. It's easy. If you'd like to do a one-time, there's a tip jar, and of course we have product. That's how this thing keeps going. In the meantime, we just give you a little bit of fun on a Wednesday, a few drinks, things that you want to drink.
I want to drink it.
Well, that's gone. And things that you don't want to drink. Let's see.
It's still there.
This is like
it's still there.
2 hours old in the ice. What do I got?
Man.
Trying it.
Oh, Abra.
Still not good.
Still not good.
Still not good.
Okay. Yep. Awesome.
Milk that for all it's worth.
All right, we got to come up with a good one for next week. We've got pirates. We've got a desk set. Desk set might come before pirates. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know. It's very soon that we're in the exact season for desk set.
I'm kind of inspired by desk set, so it might be a desk set kind of week.
You've got to love a film set in the 50s, which is all about computer programming, which is really what this thing was. In case anybody thinks that computers, they go back to the 90s? Long before. Computers won the war, and you know which one I'm talking about. So, anyway.
All right, okay, this is a sloppy good night.
Well, I'm just talking, I'm just rambling.
Right.
This is the
okay. Thank you all so much, and we will,
as always, no matter where you are, and where you go, and where you happen to be, always be safe, people, because there's a lot of crazy happening out there that you need to avoid.